What's going on, baby?
You know, guy on my left, who you be today. You already know who's on my left today. It's the usual.
Mr. Usual. That's crazy. Alright, what's up, everyone? It's a unique story. You know, CTU Podcast, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We out here. Let's go. We out. Alright? Let's go. I'm hyped. I'm starting the day right. Alright, let's go. Let's go. I had a wonderful day today. I got mad compliments. Someone called me handsome. You know, your boy feeling himself right now. Oh man, yo, you already know I got the vitamin water. I'm feeling good. Continue, Trey.
Guys are on my bottom. Who you be? At the bottom.
You already know me. It's
an interesting day. It's an interesting day. Today, you want to know? You want to know what today's first topic is? Rest in peace to my headphones. Rest in peace.
Struggle life. That's what it is. We struggling out here.
Rest in peace. Look at this.
Yo, hanging by the string. If it ever was one. OD.
Rest in peace to my headphones.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. You know, it's a sad day when my Bluetooth headset that I've been using for like 2 years now finally breaks. It sucks. I got to get a new one. Also, the sad thing, people call me crazy today. We just had a funny discussion about breakfast. And guess what? I myself
entitled to our choices.
I eat breakfast. I make my scrambled eggs with milk, and people called me crazy. And I don't think I'm crazy at all.
You know, I was gonna say something.
What were you gonna say?
Scrambled eggs with milk. That I was gonna say something like Ash Hollis, but like scrambled eggs with milk just completely threw off the comeback that I was gonna throw some out there. But
Bro, it's with milk. It's not
eggs
like
with milk. That sounds like the dumbest combination. If you're not making cake, if you're not making French toast, let's go with, the little bit of milk, add a little bit of eggs in there for some reason. I don't know why, but, to combine everything, make sure it sticks to the bread, however it is.
Exactly.
I understand, but you're saying just eggs and milk, and that's it.
My boy Anthony said I'm not crazy. He said that's how you're supposed to make it. Facts.
That's how you're supposed to make it? What world are we living in? What combination of blasphemous is this?
Bro, that's how you make them.
No, that's how Satan makes it, bro. You starting off wrong, bro. You started off completely wrong. That's not how you do something like that.
Bro, scrambled egg. I'm not saying 100%. I'm not saying 100% put OD milk. I'm not saying that. No, you put a small amount of milk in it. No one's saying, I'm putting a whole gallon of milk or I'm drinking the milk. No, I'm not. All I'm doing is pouring it into the eggs and scrambling it up and then cooking it on the pot.
And all you're doing is committing sacrilege. That's all I'm hearing right now. You're starting off in the wrong start, bro.
All right, so don't knock it till you try it. And then you're like, oh my God.
I'm not going to knock it. I'm going to kick that shit out the room, bro. That's disgusting.
How do you make your eggs?
Yeah. How do you make your eggs, Unique?
I put my eggs, scramble the shit, put it on the pan. Boom. Pepper,
no butter, no nothing?
Salt. I mean, obviously,
no butter and nothing?
But that's the pre-mention, you know what I mean? Hold on. Because now my...
no butter in the pan, you're just sticking to the pan. Now you burn the whole eggs. Now look. Now you ain't burned eggs. Yeah, come on, bro. You wildin'. Nah, that's definitely not. I don't know why I think that's so uncommon. At first, someone called me a serial killer. I was really, really disgusted. Maybe I'm bugging.
Maybe I'm bugging.
My boy Anthony said, he looks like he eats his eggs sunny side up.
That made no sense.
You do look like you eat your eggs sunny side up. You do look like that.
Nigga, of course I did. Why? If you only eat eggs, scrambled eggs, yo, your repertoire of cooking is disasterful, bro. You need to flavor it up a little bit. Flavor it up.
Do you eat fried eggs?
Do I eat fried eggs?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, sometimes. Yeah. It depends. I'm gonna be honest. It depends. It depends on what I'm feeling today. Hold on.
How are you gonna say I'm the crazy one? I couldn't believe that.
There it is. I was wondering why my volume wasn't going.
But also to move on from that, you know, yesterday was an interesting day. We had a lot of interesting things happen. We had my favorite team win Game 7, and we did beat the Bucks. That was lit. It was lit, and also CP3 and those guys on the Suns, they got blown out by 33. That was pretty funny and pretty interesting yesterday. Yesterday was pretty lit. Got a lot of interesting things, and both of those games happened. Especially the Suns game. The Suns game, they was down by 20 something. No, they was down by 30 at halftime, which is insane. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you get 30 in the first half. Don't know, but it's really crazy. That's all I need to know. That was pretty crazy. Yes, the Celtics was pretty lit, and we are going to beat the Miami Heat. And I'm calling it now. We're gonna beat them in 5 games, and I'm calling it. I'm gonna beat them, and it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. I'm calling it. We're gonna go to the NBA Finals, and we're gonna win that bitch. Straight like that.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you.
Celtics in 5. Yep, Celtics in 5.
All right, so I had a question for y'all because I was really bugging out today. So, for individuals that don't know, and so to those that don't really care, your boy just finished therapy. You know what I mean? I'm done, bro.
Physical therapy or therapy?
Nah, therapy. Just therapy. Going through the paces. Because sometimes, going through life as an adult, it can get kind of rough. You need someone to talk to. Someone that actually knows what they're doing. Not like YouTubers.
Yo, stop sending shots.
It came up to something. What did you just say to me?
Stop sending shots. That's what I said to you.
So I was thinking about something when it came through. I seen a post of Courage the Cowardly Dog, and anyone that watched the show actually knows like that's a scary ass show as a kid. Like looking at that shit was wild. Like all the animation was out there, but it like I heard a theory of it, and I hope let me get some context. But relax, we got a whole hour. Relax yourself, all right? Calm yourself.
Get to the point.
Relax yourself. Now I ain't gonna go nowhere. You're gonna sit there. You're gonna listen. All right.
Get to the point.
So basically, the theory is that Courage the Cowardly Dog is a show that shows courage dealing with massive anxiety and fear of the unknown. That's what every entity or antagonist in the show and the episodes is his fear of the unknown, and courage is actual courage to go through it. So I thought about it, and I'm thinking about it, and do y'all think in that regard that you have to have fear to be courageous? Because I'm still stuck on that, bro. Like I'm really thinking about it. Like, can you be courageous without there being fear, or do you actually have to have fear in your life or experience it to be courageous?
They say get to the point, Stephen A.
Recklessness and the courage in itself to overcome what's stopping you, or the fear that's preventing you to do something very admirable. Much less the actual going through with it. So yes, because any example we look at, let's take a hero who has to go slay the dragon. Dragon isn't something that a fucking kid would be not afraid of. It's something that's terrifying, something that's scary. It represents an obstacle that needs to be overcome. It's like the protagonist has two options. He can either sit and cower in his fear, like that shit consume him until the dragon comes to kill everybody, or he can step up to the plate and say, yeah, you know what, I'm actually gonna do that. But see, keep it on topic, I would say yes. Not saying you don't, like, fear is what leads to progress.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm not going to give you some broad statement, fear of the unknown leads to this. It's like, okay, we're afraid of fucking wild animals coming in to attack us. Shelter. We have weapons that can combat them. People are afraid of getting randomly robbed on the streets. They take self-defense course. Or again, they can go an option B with the power and, not do anything about this. What the more, courageous thing to do would be to, step up and confront your fear. So
that's crazy.
That's just my thing. Sorry, that sounded a little vague. I'll definitely give you a more detailed response to that.
You definitely can live with it. I mean, encourage cowardly dog. What was it? How many times? My favorite episode was the episode with what was it? The ugly dude. It was the ugly one, and yeah. He was, and the what was it? He was like going off on him every chance he was doing that to him. Like he was just like, oh, you're ugly. Look at you, ugly. No, bro. He was ODing the whole episode. The whole episode, he was calling him ugly. The whole episode. But you definitely can live with not living with fear. Like you can like get past it. Certain things. I used to have like a huge fear like roller coasters. Like I remember, you know what got me over my fear of roller coasters? My dad. He was like, yo, grow up, stop being a pussy. Straight like that, I swear to God. And he said it like that, and he said it exactly like that. He's like, grow up, stop being a pussy. Thank God. And every time I got on the roller coaster, I just laughed. If you ever get on the roller coaster with me, I'm just gonna laugh. That's the way I deal with my fear. It's just laughing. The whole roller coaster ride. It's just like laughing my ass off and everything. What is going on, Angela? What is going on? I see you in the chat. I see you. I haven't talked to you in forever. What's going on though? Also in other news, we did have the thing that happened in Buffalo. Did you hear about that, Unique?
No, what happened?
Oh, a guy shot up a grocery store, I believe. Killed like 10 people. And he live streamed the whole thing. And he was Caucasian.
I appreciate you telling me that piece of fact.
So that was like real
To give
crazy.
the whole piece of fact, he went to a predominantly black neighborhood with the intention of doing that. And most, if not all, of his victims are our skin tone.
Yep. And he's probably going to plead insanity. So, he gets to play that card. He gets to play the...
I mean,
yeah.
I really don't know. I mean...
It's getting crazy.
It is. The world is getting ridiculous.
It's getting crazy.
I expect it. That's the only thing I hear about in the news today, or anything. Anything about it is like negative drama or just somebody dying. That's about it.
Yeah. It's getting more and more crazy, like every day.
So what happened? What led to he just decided to go up there and shoot somebody?
I guess that's what led. He just was live streaming and just said, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go to this predominant black neighborhood and probably just shoot some people. He got a shotgun. I don't think it was a shotgun. I think his parents brought him a rifle when he was 16 years old or something like that, and he used that gun that he used
for his birthday. As a matter of fact. So, you know, where that's what kind of has me leaning, like, if he does plead insanity mixed in with his age, well, I mean, he might be older than, you know, when he got the gun. But it's going to be like, oh, it's already a crazy situation. You know, I don't really have any sympathy for the man.
Yeah.
You know, it's more so I'm looking at it like, yo, his parents made this decision, and for it to have such a domino effect, it's like, you know.
And another thing I don't want prosecutors to do, I do not want them to bring up video games. Do not do that, please. Do not bring that up because it doesn't work. It never works. You tried it in the Kyle Rittenhouse case, and it didn't work. It doesn't work. That video game argument, it never works. Like, hey, you know, this kid plays video games, so he's gonna shoot these people. That's impossible. Like, I play video games and I play nothing but shooters. Like, that doesn't make me feel like, yeah, I'm gonna go to a local school and just shoot it up. No, that doesn't make me do that.
I feel you. To give you some articulation, it's like the odds of the correlation between video games and the direct influence it has on this situation are very slim. Like, there's a really statistically low chance. And as you were saying, they try to bring it up in every case. You know, every violent case, they're like, yeah, you know, blame those damn video games. You know, and it's actually very funny that they do that because I remember the first few times I would hear this, especially when we were younger, the counter argument was, this is exactly what they did when movies were the new thing. You know, it was like the rebellious thing to do, you know, go out to watch movies and watch violent movies, whatever. So when something happened, that would be the scapegoat. I'm not saying it has zero correlation because it's like you have to take into account, you know, facts, a person's mental state. It's like he can be perfectly sane and, like, you know, plead for insanity. That's its own case. But, you know, there could be some instances of people not necessarily replicating the violence they see on it, but being like, I'll give you a perfect example. A guy was playing Madden with his friend.
I know what you're about to bring up too.
Yeah, the guy who shot another guy over a Madden game. It's like that. You know, like, you know, the odds are low, but it is zero.
Because he like lost the tournament. I think it was a tournament or something like that. Like, he lost like the Madden championship, and he decided to shoot everybody. Like, it was in Florida or something like that, and he just decided to shoot everybody. Like, and that's like crazy. Like, over a sports game, that sounds crazy. Like, yo, fuck it, I just lost. I'm booming everybody in this room. That sounds crazy.
Over a game. How old was the guy? The football guy.
The dude. Which one? The one on Madden or the one
the
that
Madden?
did, probably like
around his early 20s.
Yeah, probably early 20s. Probably something like that. That's like,
I think from 21 to 23.
That's like totally different. Just to be like, you know, 100%. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot everybody in. Like,
if he was younger, I probably would have blamed his parents. Him and his parents, but more his parents.
I mean, that's still on him though, because like, you can't just sit there and just be like, yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna.
Obviously, it's responsibility, but like, you know.
Yeah, you just decided to just be like, hey, you know what, I'm down to do that, and that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. That's not great. It looks a little crazy, especially in that light. Definitely a lot different.
It does, but if
definitely is.
I don't know. I kind of started blaming parents for a lot of things now. Like, I can look at somebody and be like, take responsibility for the fact that you're doing wrong and the fact that you did like these heinous things. Like, you have the ability to not do these things. But I think, I don't know, depending on your age, like, there's a certain credibility to like the things you do. To your parents, you know, they have a certain credibility in that action. Like, have they taught you how to deal with that type of stuff? Have they taught you how to lose without getting mad? Have they put you in situations where you can lose and not get mad? And if you did get mad, you didn't just shoot somebody. You probably punch them right in the face, and then you probably got in trouble. But I don't know. Every time I hear this stuff, I feel like it's like a lot of either sheltered or neglected.
I feel like that would snowball into a really deep argument
Also,
My
people in the
counter-
chat, you can also jump in too. Also,
Facts. Oh yeah, hell yeah. You know, we love the chat interaction. But yeah, that would lead to a really deep argument because it's like, as you just said, had your parents did X, Y, and Z. My example, I would look you dead in the eye and say, no, they didn't teach me how to take a loss. I had to learn that on my own. You know, they would tell you not to be a pussy, and you know, if you get hit in a sport, you have to just take that. You know, but it's a combination. Not saying just because your parent didn't teach you this, that means they're neglectful. For example, let's say somebody has a single mother, and the single mother has to work double shifts or 2 jobs to like support the family, but can't get a babysitter. You know, there's no active role model in the kid's life from like 3 p.m. to 11, and then in a sense, yes, it does fall on the parent, but it's like our society doesn't really give parents much leeway to actually go be a parent. You know, like let's take paternal leave. You know, at most it's like 2 to 3 months after the pregnancy. You know, the kid is still growing until they're 18. You know, not saying you need all them years alone to be or like, you know, to go be a parent, but you definitely need more time to really instill these values. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't really have the access to on a dime like we want them to have. Because it's like, you know, I can sit here and blame my mom or my pops all day. I can be like, yeah, they didn't teach me this, you know, or like, you know, to zero in on that, that example. You know, it was like I told my mom I wanted to go play football, and she was like, okay, you know, like, that's it, just okay, you know. Or, you know, they would tell me they would go see some games, but, you know, nobody came around to see some games. And I could be like, okay, you know, it kind of is what it is, because at the end of the day, you have to work to support us. And I can't necessarily fault you for that, you know. So I feel like it's very delicate, because in some examples, I can be like, yo, even at that age, you know, I wasn't like, yo, I'm about to go get a fucking gun and go shoot somebody, you know, like for no reason, you know. Granted,
well, I mean, that depends on like what you learn, though. Like that depends on your interactions with like your peers and stuff like that. Because essentially your peers can teach you like what, like society can teach you what your parents don't teach you, but it is to some degree better to learn from your parents. But if your parents are not there, society will teach you either. Hopefully, it is you can take it, but sometimes it's not. Like society will throw like the whole mountain at you, and you might get crushed by what they give you. You know,
exactly as you're saying, and that's why I say we can't really fault parents until we put a better system in place to give them more time to instill better values in their children. Because it's like facts, most of us are really just running around learning on our own time, on our own shoulders. Especially now with all the social media and whatnot, it's like, yo, parents will put a phone in their kid, and their kid is learning everything from here to like fucking college shit. You know, like how does this 4-year-old telling me like about not even just gender pronouns, but like a whole like all of that. It's like you're 4. You feel me? Like you can barely write your name, and you're telling me like X, Y, and Z pronouns. Like, who told you this?
Yeah, but then he's telling you, yeah, you know, YouTube taught me everything, and then it's like,
yeah, you know, like, oh, I seen, yeah, perfect example. Yeah. I forgot this nigga's name. He used to hang with Aiden Ross.
Okay.
I was watching a video on Aiden Ross, and like some whole scandal came out. He was like, yo, he's secretly gay. He's low-key gay. He gets his viewers to like think homosexually through his videos, right? So he ran up a live stream, and he asked his viewers, who, like, might I add, are majority like younger kids from like 12 to 6, and all of them were just like, yeah, you know, I mean, it probably was a joke. I mean, you know, there are kids that could just say shit just to say shit, but it was like, you know, like what? Like, what do you mean? Like this random YouTuber like taught y'all how to be gay, you know, or taught, you know, I can understand, you know, teaching people about other, you know, sexualities, other genders and whatnot, but like some random kid on the internet was like, yo, go be gay, and my son said yeah, because I wasn't there to be like, you know,
To not be a parent,
Yeah, you know, like I didn't say go play in the fucking park and get off your computer screen. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing that I was saying last time we had this argument before about technology. You can't just shove technology into your kid's face because your kid is going to learn things that he's not supposed to be learning, especially at a high rate. That's like the scary thing about kids now that know how to work. They know how to work a phone. They know how to work a phone better than you know how to work a phone, and that's scary. That's definitely scary. The kid should not know how to use a iPhone better than you. Telling you, yo, this is how you work it. This is how you do all this. No, he shouldn't know all this. At 4 years old, he shouldn't be telling me. He shouldn't be telling me about the anything around I got a little cousin. He knows how to work an iPhone. He knows how to call you. He knows how to put your number in this context. He knows how to do all that. And then he will tell you about Roblox. He will tell you everything. Everything. He watches number of YouTube videos on Roblox. Everything. Everything in that. How does he know about Roblox? He's 4.
Can I ask you then? What do you suggest that you teach your kid? Like,
teach your kid the old school
you know,
way.
because you're saying like you shouldn't give your kids
Sure.
this technology at this degree.
If I have the time, as my kid is growing and developing, I would first like to teach him a second language, but I would have to very specifically pick out the language. You know, something that I feel like would benefit my kid in the future, something he could take multiple routes with, you know, and then of course his ABCs, how to write, how to spell, how to communicate. Now, once he's at a communicating age, let's say 5 to 6, that's when I would partially disagree with Trey, and I would give him a phone, but I would put a block on it pretty much. It's like, yo, facts, you know, you play this Roblox game, this little Lego game. Okay, cool. Now, I feel like it would be vital for my son or daughter to learn how to call me in case anything happens and they need me, like any parent, like exactly like how our parents were when we were younger. Like they didn't give us a phone, but they would be like, yo, what's my phone number? XYZ, blah, 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 blah. They're like, good job, you know my phone number. And from a kid's perspective, you know, it was just like, okay, I'm just memorizing the numbers. But it's like, okay, if there was a situation where I needed to call my mom immediately, I know her number by heart, you know, so things like that. And then as they progressively go older, that's when I wouldn't necessarily say I would want to have them as an open book, but I wouldn't want them to be a miniature me. It's like, you know, people say that all the time, he's a mini you, obviously for like facial reasons, but I don't want to have an exact replica of my mindset. You know, it's like you're a fresh human being. You know, you're going to explore the world regardless, but as your father, I would want to just, you know, be a guiding force. You know, obviously we can't prevent our kids from seeing all the negative shit that's going to happen, you know, but if I can help shape you and mold you into somebody who can handle these situations, we're going to do that as you get older. So that when you're 18, you know, you have a good, you know, head on your shoulders, you know. So I would skip from 8 or 9 to, let's say, 16, 17. You're getting older now. You're going to learn about the world. You're about to see a lot. You might have your first sexual encounter at this age, you know. So now I'm about to start looking at you more man to man, you know, stern, but also fair. It's like, okay, especially if I have a son, would be like, yo, there's some things you got to know. You know, you gotta learn how to be emotionally available, pretty much. It's like, you know, the common trope between men. So the common trope between men, we don't know how to show our emotions. We don't know how to be vulnerable. We don't know how to be around people unless we're angry or upset. You know, I'm gonna want my son or daughter to be emotionally mature. You know, especially coming up, you know, you're a teenager, a lot of shit is going to be happening. You're going to feel a lot of changes in your body. And I want you to at least be able to not have a level head, because obviously it's coming at them all at once, same way it did with us. But just, you know, I can't hear you.
No. I was reading something. So Chance said, Trayvon, I knew you was having a kid. I told you about
Yo, Trey, big pop. Yo,
he said, I knew you was having a kid. I told you, my guy. I heard you was having twins.
What?
I'm definitely not having twins. Definitely not.
Congratulations.
Nowhere near shape or form.
Let's pull it up for my boy.
I'm not having a kid at all. GG's, I'm not having a kid at all. Not in this time frame.
Oh, I'm having a kid? Oh, he said me?
No, nigga.
Oh,
Niggas don't care about you like that.
What?
Niggas don't care about you like that.
Ah, you a bitch.
Nah, bro. Nah. I definitely do not have any kids, guys.
No, yeah, right.
Whoa, how did you... Listen, not at all.
I mean, hey, bro, you know we're getting older now. If you pop a kid,
Nah, bro, I'm not having a kid at any time frame. Not in this like.
No kids like that.
No, I'm 20. I'm 25, and I can barely take care of myself. Why am I gonna pop a kid into this life if I can't take care of my own self?
That's a very reasonable thing to say.
That's a very valid argument. That's so valid. In fact, that'd be my argument. I'm like, yo, gotta take care of me first. Make sure we're Gucci. Make sure I'm in an actual environment where if a kid were to pop out, I'm valid.
Yes. If I'm gonna have a kid, I gotta at least be out my parents' house. I gotta be out. I gotta have my own things. I gotta have everything, and everything has to be perfect in line. I'm not doing I'm just gonna have a kid just to have a kid, and then just to be a piece of shit father just to not do nothing with him.
Yeah, that is the fear. Yo. Let's definitely talk about that, yo. How would I sway into that? Yeah, that should be crazy because it was like growing up. A lot of my family would tell me, they'd be like, "Yo, you're not like your pops." You feel me? Because I would just be upfront. I would say the same thing you said. I'm like, "Yo, no funny shit. I just don't want no kids. Like, ain't none of these niggas popping out like how we popped out. It's slow. It's clipped.
Yeah. It's gonna be strategic, bro. You gotta be strategic about it. You can't like just be like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get you pregnant, and we don't know where we're gonna go from there. Like at that point, like you have to be strategic. You cannot just be like, yo.
Yeah, strategic. Gotta be stable. Gotta be on top of it. Because I was like, yo, like let me fucking like be the dad that's like dead ass not there, not supporting my child and what they do and shit. Like, yo,
you're just gonna suck.
You feel me? And then on top of that, it's like, yo, it's never any offense to anybody that has to go through this. Like, I'm really sorry that you go through this if you do. But like, I can't have no baby mom drama, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you pregnant.
It's clips. It's so clips to that, bro. Like, I really would not have a kid if it comes down to that. Like, you feel me? Gotta pick and choose more like hack.
Yeah. Chance said, if you're not getting money or you have a stable job, you definitely should not have that conversation or be. Definitely. And it definitely is perfect because you can't be like, you know what, like I can understand in the moment, you having sex with your girl, and I understand like, it can get passionate sometimes. I understand that, and you're like, yo, I don't want to pull out at this point, at this moment. Make sure you wrap it up, and also you do pull out. Don't be stupid. Don't be just shooting the club up and then think, okay, now what to do next? Now it's like, oh, what to do next?
True. That being said, too, it's like I've seen some cats that definitely pick their shit up within that 9 months between, yo, we know, and it's here. I'm not saying that can't be done, but just in certain cases, I would rather to be like, all right, it's already here.
Yeah.
Like we're already Gucci.
Like I got a good 9 to 5. I'm making Wild Bank. I'm good. We got our own crib. We got everything already situated. Okay, cool. I had a conversation.
On top of that, too, something that I feel like a lot of people don't really think about is like, I know everybody already says that, at our age, we're still young, all things considered, we got to explore, but it's like dead ass. Like, I don't want to settle, not even just for fucking bitches. It's just in general. It's like, yo, we settle. I don't want to have that thought pop up in my head like, yo, I kind of wasted some of these years and then just went right to this without really doing nothing.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing.
I'm not going to have that regretful thought. You're going, bro.
I'm not doing nothing, or like, especially if I'm not there, especially when we get to that point where we have the kid. When we get to the point where we have the kid and I'm not there, that's crazy. I'm never going to be like that.
I'm going to take care of you, like real shit. Real shit. That's why I don't want to do the drama. I don't want to have no yeah, you know, this is my dude, nigga. This my dude, bitch. That
Yeah,
no,
good.
no.
Yeah, I'm super good. I'm super good at that point. At that point, I'm good. Listen, I'm good. You know, I want to be here for you and the kid rather than.
Right.
I don't want to sit there and be the only dad. I don't want to be the dad that's never there. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that dude. Or like the dude who's outside in the streets and he's just like, and then they're like, yo, bro, where's your kid at? Oh, I don't know. What you mean you don't know where your kid at?
No, indeed. But yeah, you know, she with her mom and that other nigga. Like, I don't want to have none of that.
Yeah, I don't
Why
want to
am
have
I
that
speaking
feeling.
about another nigga and my kid in the same sentence? Clips. Super clips.
Like in the future, he's playing football with your son. Like, I don't want to do that.
See, not.
That's crazy.
That's another story because it's like, I know some stepdads, both our age and of older age, that definitely pulled the shit out of that weight and said, yo, I'm going to be there.
And respect to you. Respect.
OD, big respect to y'all. Like, that's real shit. You know, but word, just in my situation, like, I couldn't.
Yeah. I want to have my own before I take care of somebody else's. Bonus.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Because it's really a mental thing too. It's like, yo, facts. Like exactly. Like let's say I have a kid right now. You know, this just popping up. Be mad anxious. I'm gonna be mad anxiety induced. Like, yo, I gotta do this. I gotta make sure this is Gucci now. You know, like I gotta fix this. I gotta go do that again. Like, you feel me? That thing will be dumb stressful. Adding on to the stress of actually putting out a kid. You know, and I'm seeing a similar situation right now, and it's like. You know, exactly why I want to plan this shit out first, you know, really make sure I'm on the up. You know, but how you feel about it, Unique? We've been dominating the conversation, bro.
Facts. You're the married man here. Talk about it. Talk about it, married man.
Nah, yo, look, listen, y'all spitting, y'all preaching right now. Y'all preaching the truth. I ain't got nothing to add. I'm letting everyone download the information for themselves. I'm sitting here just like, all right, that's true. That's true.
Like, the download, honestly, it's just the way I'm feeling.
Yeah, what's your input?
All right.
Where the ring at, too? Where the ring at?
I mean, where the ring at? Don't point that out. Don't point that out. Nah. I took my ring off because you know I'm home. I don't keep it on like 35% of the time. So. I mean, about that. That's about it. Like, I mean, obviously, like, I'm married. Yeah, sure. Like, in no way, shape, or form am I like anywhere close. Like, having kids is light years away. That's how far it is for me. Okay. Personally, like, just getting into the workforce for myself. You know, stable. You know, job, figuring out new things, becoming competent. I got way too many things that I got to work on myself before I can have a kid. Like, mentally, I already have, like, a structured plan on how I want to grow them and to not grow them, but to mold them into, like, credible, you know, well-meaning adults. Like, I'm very attentive, but also I know that I got to let them out into the world, throw them out in the world, and let society do what society has to do to, like, the child. It has to mold the child into something that fits into the world. So I can't do that.
So Chance's question was, what's a valid age to have a kid?
What's a valid age? I'm going to be honest. It's been pushed back now, but I'm going to say like 30. Yeah, 30. I'm going to say 30 if you do things like 30, quickly.
They said 30 or 40.
Nah, 40's too late. For most women, 40 is way too late.
I would give it the range of 27, leaning more towards 28 to 32. Max, 36.
36 max. 27.
Because I feel like, I've had teachers growing up that were 27, 28, and they were like, yeah, you know, here's our first kid. I got this stable job. I got the mindset, got the wife, blah, 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 and they made it work. So it's like, yeah, that's a little young still, but I feel like that's the age where it's like, yeah, you know, this is what I want. I'm going to move towards it, you know.
I got a question. Are you guys willing to sacrifice something for like to keep, you know, the two, like you and your spouse together to make sure the kid grows like up well? Because a lot of people we growing up, like we know, like, you know, deadbeat fathers or the father and the mother are like so toxic to each other that they end up breaking apart and the child is like collateral in that situation.
Right.
Like, are you guys like willing to like, even if like your partner is getting on your nerves, are y'all willing and deciding to stick together?
Sacrifice.
Refresh your question. I heard half of it, and I missed your first half.
I said, if your spouse is toxic, are you willing to like withstand some of that toxicity to make sure that the child grows up with two parents in the household? Like, even if you guys have problems, like, you know, obviously every couple.
It depends on the severity, but my overall answer would be yes, because the way I'm feeling about it, it's like, if I'm choosing you to have my kid, I done chose you for everything.
Yeah, for a reason.
It's like, yo, like, I do see us growing old. I do see us having another kid. I do see us doing this, you know? And then when it comes to that real serious, like, this is me and you, like, even when shit gets more negative, like, I'm going to still be there, you know? Now, the thing is, from there, I feel like we would have to compromise and work on something to where we both aren't straining each other's necks. You know, that way we are not like at 45 talking about, yeah, you know, the kids are grown, let's split. You know, like I don't.
But that sometimes happens though.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, of course. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, people don't drift apart. That can happen, especially like over the years and whatnot. You've been
having the same slice of pizza for 20 years. You know, eventually, you know, I'm tired of having the same slice of pizza. That's kind of what it is. That's what sometimes that happens. Sometimes that's like, you know,
sometimes that does happen. Sometimes that does happen. You know, I can't really speak on my part because I haven't been in a relationship that long. You know, my longest has just been 5. But you know,
5 years?
5 years.
That's crazy. No.
He said what? He said confused.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. My longest is a year.
That's funny.
A year.
That's crazy. Y'all fucking Tinder dating out here. That's why it sounds crazy.
Yeah, Tinder dating now.
No, 5 years. 5 years. That's proud of you. Proud.
No, 5 years is a commendable time.
Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot of time. That's like.
That's not a lot of time.
That is a lot of time. That's a lot of calendar.
That's like a respectable amount of time. That's respectable.
Relationship for about 10 years.
Yeah. But when I'm
y'all also acting like y'all haven't seen those Spanish couples from 9th grade that was together in
my God.
Till senior year, baby, and they're not married.
Yeah,
y'all ain't married.
Yeah, pretty much it's like that. 5 years, and you ain't put a ring on it. It's crazy. 5 years. 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah. You might have to think about it. It might be that time to maybe.
That's true. Unfortunately, things fell through. You know, but it was a good lesson learned. But yeah. Personally, not it. Go.
5 years. I mean, for me, for a year, it was kind of annoying. A year was crazy. Annoyingness. It was a lot of. It was just. I wish I didn't have the annoyingness. Like for the year, like if it was never the annoyingness that I had, I would have probably been happier. It would have been in that benchmark where you was at in like 5 years. Definitely, it was just a little annoying. I had to deal with a lot of stuff and everything. What about you, Unique? What's your longest? I think it got wild quiet.
No, I was reading something. Something was labeled important. I had to read it. But my longest relationship is my freaking marriage.
What? And how long is that?
That's been going on for about 2 years now. We're going on our 3rd year, coming up this August. So
you said your 3rd year.
You know,
you said your 3rd year.
Yeah, 3rd year. Yeah, early.
Did you met her in 2019?
No, 2020.
Then that's not 3.
It's going on 3 years.
I'm about to punch you.
It's going on 3 years. I'm being honest.
That's 2 years.
Or 2 years. I don't know.
That's 2 years.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to time, bro.
You don't know how to do basic
my time management, if it ain't a week or less, my time management is absolute garbage.
God.
I'm not remembering time periods like that,
so
bro.
Jesus said, how long are you supposed to know your spouse?
Huh?
How long are you supposed to know your spouse?
How long are you supposed to know your spouse?
Yeah, to propose.
To propose?
Mm-hmm.
I really don't think there's an
It's a good
answer
question,
for that.
bro.
I'm gonna be
That's a good
honest.
question.
I want to say more than a year to be like realistic. More than a year, definitely. Minimum more than a year. I don't care what anybody says.
No.
Minimum
I just said
more
that's
than a
fair.
year. I say
More-
circumstances determine after that year.
So
depending on what circumstances you choose,
So
and you
let me
decide,
let me
you have
ask
to
you
think
this.
about all the factors.
So can I ask you this? Do you really know that person within a year?
It's a good question.
No, and that's
I want to
Wait,
say.
wait,
I
wait,
want to
wait,
say
wait,
no.
wait,
I want to
wait,
say it
wait.
depends. It depends on.
It depends.
As I said, it depends. I can't give you a yes or no answer because you can live with the person and then find out what it is to live with them. But then you cannot live with them and be with them for like 2 years, but you haven't moved in yet. So you have no idea how they are in your house when they got nowhere else to go.
So my next question.
I feel like you're gonna say something.
I'm not,
bro.
I'm
No,
not.
I'm interested in this. I'm dead ass interested.
I'm not gonna say anything. Okay. Okay, cool. So you said within a year.
No,
Really?
After a year, but yeah.
Okay, after a year. Really? The number that Gary said, he'd been in a relationship for 5 years. I think truthfully that's when you hey, listen, it's time to get on one knee, propose. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Or if you have a kid with her within that time frame of let's just say year 2, yeah, you have a kid, yeah, that's when you're supposed to do something like that. Hey, listen, you know what? I'm locking it down.
So
It's
shotgun
lockdown
ready.
season. But if you have never lived with the girl for not even a year, I'm really jacking 5. I think 5 is really a great number.
Yeah,
I think a year is
I
too
agree
short.
with
I
you.
think a year is way too short to know the person in ins and outs. You could probably only know the good for a year, never really know the bad.
No.
Okay.
For 5, it's highly unlikely that you wouldn't notice bad instances because you would have to stay over at someone's house multiple times. It's not like it's not possible. I'm saying it is more possible that someone's gonna let their guard down to be comfortable with you after a certain amount of time because they're gonna be bored keeping it up unless there's something wrong with them. I'm gonna be honest.
For a year is crazy because that's all right. So let's just say this. Let's just say I meet a girl in the club, right? I did it for a year, and I just said, you know what? I'm gonna propose to her. That's literally what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is circumstances. I'm not saying it's the best time to do it. I'm saying circumstances.
It doesn't mean circumstances. Circumstances does not mean, yo, I'm gonna marry you within a year, so let's get lit. That doesn't mean that.
I never said within a year. I realized that. I said after a year. I said after a year. I'm not saying within a year. Within a year is too much time. Too little time, not too much time.
All right. So Jesus said also you should move in with them in year 3. I think
I can agree with that.
Year 3 is definitely something along that.
I feel like that's another step that you could definitely take that
Because
frame.
you're gonna tell me you're gonna get married to a girl within a year you only knew her. You went to the club, you met her last year, cool. Married to her. More than a year. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying more of that. That I'm just bringing in that and it's crazy because a year sounds you can't really know everything in a year. A year sounds crazy.
Let me break it down. Because the way you're saying it is kind of out there. It's truthful, but it's a little bit out there. You can know someone within a year, within two reasonable things. You can know them in a social atmosphere, which they're showing you the face. You don't know what's behind their face. You're seeing the dress. Let's use a metaphor. The dress is what you're seeing. After a year, it's the time when you start unraveling the dress. You start seeing what's behind it. You start seeing, who they are, what they are when, their hair is down and, stuff is like that. The stuff that you can decide, well, do I want to be with this person for the rest of my life or do I not? That's a thought that you can have. It's not something you should contemplate for very long, but it's a thought. It's when you move in with somebody, like you said before, I agree with you. When you move in with somebody, that's when you start saying, yo, she leaves the fucking clothes on the fucking stove or something, bro.
Okay.
And then you can dissect what the fuck you want to do,
But you were saying basically like after a year, yeah, you could do that.
I'm saying after a year, yes, you can. I'm saying circumstances. I'm not saying it's good. Like, ideally, I agree with you. 5 years. That's where you should, in best case scenario, should really want to say, like, do I want to stay with this person?
Yeah. Do I want to stay with this person, or do I want to, like, be with this person for the rest of my life?
But
after a year sounds crazy.
Like,
That's sheesh.
I say it's your discretion. You're gonna choose, but you have to take responsibility for the decision you choose. I mean, there's divorce, but like why would you go through the whole situation and then divorce at the end of the day? Like,
divorce is crazy because you want me to be honest, you're not probably gonna win that case. The court is probably gonna be more for the woman. So
and that's why you do a prenup before you have that wedding.
Well,
you do a prenup before you get that marriage.
I hope
you better do it while everyone is happy, because when everyone's mad, yeah, you ain't gonna be petty.
I hope, bro. I'm hoping. No, Mr. Zero over there. I'm hoping, Mr. Zero. I'm hoping you.
Did you just call me Mr. Zero?
Yeah. I hope you did that. I hope you.
Yo.
I hope you. Hey, listen.
Yo, you starting to show real asshole tendencies on this podcast now.
I'm not.
I'm gonna have to shut you down one of these days. I'm gonna have to shut your shit down. But keep playing with you. Keep playing.
I'm not doing anything.
No. Keep playing. You just showing some real asshole tendencies.
All I said was,
look at that smile on your face. I see asshole tendency. Man.
I mean, I don't know, Chad. What y'all think? What y'all numbers?
Yeah, Chad. Yeah. Should you propose to a girl after year one?
After
year one is a little different, because that's like you didn't even have the full slice of pizza yet. Like, you just had one. You had it one time for the rest of the, for that whole year.
Okay, then let me ask you a question: is 5 years your minimum? Like, for me to understand for you. Is 5 years your minimum?
My minimum to propose to my girl? Yeah.
I would say, within those 5 years, exactly as y'all were saying earlier, I've seen a lot. And I feel like that's also why moving in year 2, 3 is important and also good, because it's like I'm seeing you in all your shades.
Yeah.
When you're prim, proper, and pretty. And
when you're ugly.
Right, looking like a bum, fresh at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
All that. The good days,
you ain't
the
even
bad
brush your
days,
teeth yet
the sick days, the great days, the awful days.
Yeah.
Because within that time, it's like, exactly, like, how are you on a good day versus how are you on a bad day? How do you react to certain situations versus how do I react to certain situations?
Jesus said 5 minimum, max 11.
Max 11? Whoa, 11?
I'll probably put one down and say max 10 for me.
10? Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm...
Because I feel like anywhere past that, it's like, what are we doing being dumb old dating?
Yeah. I'm be honest.
Especially when I'm just seeing you and like, ain't nobody fuck around with somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
10.
I'm gonna be honest, 7
I'm
years
gonna say 5.
I'm
gonna say 5 the minimum.
If
you said 7 is the max?
Situation. I can't really say like I would do it because I already did do it, so I can't really say.
So your minimum was 2.
But yeah, no, 7. Yeah, because 5 is.
His minimum was less than 2 years. So
my minimum is my minimum is less than 2 years.
If she extreme he said. Jesus said if she makes it to year 11, she got it.
She got it.
We got it, bro.
Yeah, because year 11.
Because you definitely done seeing some shit. You know some shit now. Like, you probably know my darkest secrets, bro.
Yeah,
Word.
You know everything. You might know everything. You might know everything about the person. You never know. Like, what if in like year 2, what if she's like a serial killer? You didn't even know that she was a serial killer. You got married to her. Like that. Like, you never know. Like you never know these things. That's something along that line. 5 years is definitely the minimum, and I think max definitely 10 to 11. Yeah, you're definitely not wrong. I think 10 to 11.
Cool.
Or maybe, you know what? I'm gonna say 9 max. I'm gonna say 9. 5 years, because I feel like you never know. 5 years, I'm dating you forever. Like, yeah, it's lit. Like, I know everything. You're doing everything. We're not seeing nobody else but each other. It's lit. Possibly in that year 2, year 3, maybe you have a kid, and then year 4, 5, yeah, now you engaged. Now it's clipped. You locked it down. That's what I think. I think that's around that time. Or you decide to have a kid in year 1. Go crazy. Don't really know.
To each their own. Word up.
All right.
What you looking over there? Chad said for him, minimum is 3, and the max is 5.
Max is 5?
Okay.
3 to 5. Nigga said I might see her sister in year 7. In year 7 is crazy.
Nah, that's wild.
That's different. You gonna cheat on her with her sister? Year 7? And she comes back. She usually comes back and then nah, that's different.
Yeah.
That's really, really different.
That's hilarious.
That's like a little extra. Why you looking down? Where's the arcade? Where's my boy at?
Bro, he's wilding out because he's starting to bark at everyone, and his barks hurt my ear, bro. That he got a deep ass voice. But he also bit me.
He also bit you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
No,
That's not good.
I uppercut him, but it's all right.
Excuse me, Peter, go get him.
Nah. I don't know. Joking aside with my dog. I'm really gonna be honest. It's hypocritical, but you know what I'm gonna say about the whole marriage situation, Trayvon.
Yeah. Don't even say it because
it's hypocritical, and I can accept the hypocrisy in what I'm about to say. But I really say like marriage is
Chat, get on him.
You know what? Give him the floor first.
Chat, get on him. Get on him.
Get on him.
Let that keep judging.
Oh, here we go. I don't know.
He's a hypocrite, chat.
I see the benefits in it, but then I'm just like, I don't know.
What do you think is the overratedness about being married?
Would you want to be 45 dating somebody?
Or would you be 35
first, marriage,
dating somebody?
The way I see marriage is the way I view the importance of it. Like, it's a marriage contract. It's a contract. That's all it is. It's a contract that gives me so-and-so financial benefits, gives you so-and-so financial benefits. That's all it is. The history behind it is contract. I mean, that's all it is. I could be with somebody and date them and have the same type of relationship with them. The only thing is it's easier to split. That's about it. That's all I see. There's no difference.
Well, you can't say that anymore. So now it's out the window. You're a hypocrite.
I just said it's hypocrite. All right, you know what?
Exactly.
I just said it. I said it. You can't call me out on it if I said.
Exactly. So I'm deading it because guess what? You got married anyway. I wish you would have stuck to your gun.
You know what? I agree with you. I agree with you.
You were supposed to stick to your gun.
But this, I'm the dude that's got stapled to the wall. You know what I mean? I'm the warning. I guess you could say. I'm the warning.
You're basically like the door, and like everybody's like, "Hey, listen, don't go through this door."
I'm the guy holding this side. Don't enter.
don't enter that door. If you have these thoughts and you have these ideologies on marriage, do not walk through this door, because then you're gonna walk around being a hypocrite.
But everyone's a hypocrite, so I don't really give a fuck.
But it's alright though. It's great, cause you're a new man every day.
think it might be time for you to attack me, Nick.
Hey, that's a load of bullshit.
Nah. Being for real. You're gonna be. You're a new man every day. You're a new man because you got married. Remember, he was 2018 Unique, where he was saying, "Hey, listen, I don't want to get married because of these things," but you're 2020 Unique, where he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get married because of such and such things." So
Turn the burner on, bro.
That's
Putting you
funny.
on the hot seat right
But you know what? That's true.
Because just like you told me, you grew up and you became a new person. Do you believe Chance said, do you believe in like what is that?
What?
I don't
Just spell the word.
Basically having different like women as
polygamy?
Yeah. And he said,
Oh yeah, I remember we touched on that.
He said if so, how many women would you like would you like to have?
Call me 10 again, my nigga, because I'm having me 3 wives.
Somebody get
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't be able to
Like
answer that.
this, bro.
I wouldn't be able to answer that.
I couldn't do that.
I wouldn't be able to answer that. I'll be in trouble.
Yeah, I couldn't. You said you can't answer that.
I can't answer that.
Bro, you just answered so much worse earlier. You got this.
Yeah. Nah. He's smart.
I am smart, but I can't answer that.
He's smart. Cause she might come through that door and bust his head open.
Wow, nigga.
Nah, ain't no one putting. Nah, that's one thing I don't allow anyone to do. You ain't putting your hands on me. I'm sorry.
Well, guess what? Answer the question, then, if you believe that. Nah. For me, I couldn't do that. I couldn't be in a relationship with like 3 different women, 5 different women. That's too much.
So can I ask you a question? What about 2?
2 is even crazy.
But 2 though. Two that you can trust.
Twice the headaches, my nigga. I'm good.
Yeah, twice the. Yeah, I'm good.
I mean, one can help you resolve the other one's issues.
Chad said, "My guy Gary, 3 is the magic number."
Yo, that's wild.
3 is the magic number is crazy.
3 is the magic.
3 is the magic number is crazy. Because for me it's 0. Truthfully for me I need 1. I just want 1. I don't want.
Yo,
3
is you don't go to South Africa, bro. Never go to South Africa. So
3?
They're gonna tell you, yo, take me as your second wife. Watch.
I'm good.
You can deny it.
Yeah, I'm good.
I mean, you can deny it, but like, if it's a wealthy family, you might have to contemplate. They might give you about 30. They might give you about like 32,000, U.S. cash to take their daughter. I mean, hey.
Going to South Africa, bro, that was a very specific place.
Yeah, like I'm good at that.
Wow. Nah, let him talk. So you was thinking about going to South Africa?
Yeah. You was Oh, word. You was talking about going to South Africa.
I was talking about going to South Africa.
Oh, so you can have multiple wives?
No, so I could be closer to culture, right?
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, do this with me. Do this.
He's like,
chat. To be more cultured. Let's put quotation marks over that, please. Highlight it.
Highlight it,
please. Highlight it.
Nah, but if I'm looking to build something for real, then just one is Gucci, because it's like, aside from the obvious, I'm dead about to pay for 4 people when we do these, dates and whatever. It's like, I'm choosing you.
Yeah,
out of the literal sea of bitches, bro. I'd have landed on you and said, yo, let's do this. And I would want the same, I don't want her to be like, yo, let me get like 2 more niggas. I am the two more niggas.
But so here's my next question. So if your shorty comes up to you and she's like, yeah, you know, she's like, yeah, you know, I want to have a threesome, but it's with another dude. Are you accepting it? Are you accepting it?
Hold on. Then what? I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't understand. I don't understand the threesome question. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, I don't know. I don't understand the threesome question. Like, I don't.
It means, do you want to have another person in this bed to have sexual relations?
No, like, I don't want anyone.
He said that's a big dub. Yeah,
I just want one person. Like, that's it. Like, I don't.
That's a big dub. You don't want to get your confidence destroyed.
Yo, whoever said that, oh. Nigga, she's telling you to back up a little bit.
You don't want to get your confidence destroyed.
She's telling you to get off the bed.
You're not putting as much work as him.
Yo.
I gotta tell
I was not expecting that.
No, I gotta tell my fan.
Yo, that's wild.
Y'all got it.
Yo, I don't be expecting these things.
All right, so then what if it was with another woman?
What if it was another woman?
Nah, I'm chilling.
Probably, yeah. I don't know.
So how would the multiple wives thing work if you were feeling that?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
what?
Good.
I didn't say multiple wives. Well,
You said you wanted to go to.
I said I want to go to South Africa. I never said I wanted to get a second wife. That's
You said
that can be separate things. I mean,
you said you wanted to go to South Africa for culture.
No,
but
you did the culture thing, nigga. Don't blame it on me. I said culture. I said culture regularly, nigga. Don't play me.
You said you want to go to South Africa for culture.
Yeah, culture. Right? That don't.
What are you gonna? Are you gonna learn your world history and where you came from South Africa, or do you want multiple wives?
Repeat the question.
Do you want to learn about your culture in South Africa, or are you going there to have multiple wives?
I'm just going there to learn the culture, bro. I'm gonna be wild honest. I have a friend from South Africa. I want to learn the culture, bro.
I mean,
wild, interesting.
Cool.
That's cool. And do you have any specific parts that you want to go to?
You want to go to Cambodia?
No, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't really have a specific destination. I just know I want to go there to learn more about it. Once I get closer to the date, I'm gonna start digging into the research and stuff like that.
So like, was the first thing you learned about South Africa was that they had multiple wives? Is that the first thing you learned?
What?
Was the first thing you learned about South Africa was that they have multiple wives in South Africa?
No.
So what was the first thing that you learned about South Africa?
Sages. That's about it.
What?
Old ass sages, African tribe sages, stuff like that, shamans. That type of
sage up there?
Area of stuff, huh?
So you gonna burn a sage up there?
My boy
I'm gonna burn a sage.
You're trying to be woke.
I'm trying to bring electricity.
Dr. Strange, you're trying to bring your third eye.
OD. Yo.
But as long as you don't come back wearing the hats and whatnot.
Yeah. Talking about my brother. Don't call me
Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar.
Don't call me no nigga. Don't call me that's what you're going to be saying. It's don't call me no nigga. Just call me Unique as Story the Third. That's my brother name. It's going to be something along that line. Yeah, it was pretty cool. All right, it was. I wasn't.
Fine. Got plenty of time.
It was alright though.
What's unique? Have you been looking at the Rocket League tournaments? Just the transition matter roughly.
You don't even watch league
I'm
tournaments.
not even watching tournaments. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, you don't even watch league tournaments. Yeah, you're
I
disappointed.
haven't watched a tournament in about like 6 games. Like that's how. It's out of here. I haven't even played Rocket League at all. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't even touched it.
What you been playing, Elden Ring?
I just play Elden Ring. Bro, I'm just trying to get to the fucking end of the game, and once I get to the end of the game, I'm gonna go back to Rocket League because I got nothing
do
else.
it all over again, actually.
No.
Do it 3 more times.
Go to Rocket.
Go to what?
I said go to Rocket League. So after you beat the game, go to Rocket League.
You don't want to do that, bro. You don't want to go to Rocket.
That's what I said. Or you could play Persona 4 Arena with us. Or you could play Tekken.
I could.
Or
But
you know,
F that. I'm gonna be honest. Yo, how's FIFA going for y'all? Cause y'all been playing it very often. I'm not gonna hold you.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm already.
I already got into my mood where I'm playing another game. But FIFA's been alright.
Yeah.
So when I talk about FIFA, it's like it kind of is why I don't usually play team games. You know, aside from league, because it's like, yo,
niggas suck.
How would I articulate? It's not even that they suck. It's like you're not a fucking one-man army, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't care how nice you think you are. Like just pass the fucking ball. Like that's all you gotta do. I'm standing right here, open man with the
Nobody's
net.
next to you.
Nobody's next to me. I'm like, yo, love it. Yo, I'm free. Yo, free. Give me the fucking ball. Like,
He said, "Give me the fucking ball."
Like that's it. Aside from that, it's like, yeah, niggas pretend that they Superman. It's like, bro, you know that there's positions. I mean, I get that we play street ball, but like, you're not gonna 1v4 these niggas every time you get the ball. You know,
Yeah, no.
by passing in the game. But then let me pass. All right, they like, yo, pass the rock. I got you. I see you. You open.
I'm already throwing the ball.
I'm here. Back. I'll never see that shit again. But you know what I will see? I'll see 5 shots against the defender that's just standing there. I just missed 5 times and he's just looking at you. Getting me heated.
Yeah, that's why.
You know?
That's why majority of the time, the only sports game I only play really, I've been playing FIFA since 16. So like playing 22 is okay. It's just not better than the older ones. But the only sports game I really play is 2K, and I get really. Now I'm starting to like understand, like where certain people lie and being good and being bad, because you can see it. You can tell bad players from the good ones. You can tell. It's based on IQ. Like certain people don't know what's a bad shot, when to do this, when to do that, when to pass the ball, or they're gonna go 100%. They're just gonna take every shot and just miss, and then you're like looking at them like they're stupid. Because it's just like, come on, bro. Come on. The game is 21, and you chucking up 10 shots. Come on, bro. Give the ball up. And you missed all 10.
No.
Come on, bro.
Why should they give up the ball?
Bro, you missed all 10 shots. What do you mean?
It don't matter. If I make the one alley-oop, I'm good.
Because, all right, let's look at it like a pro scene, right? In Rocket League, there was a lot of roster changes because a lot of teams weren't playing up to how they should play. It's either you become more of a team player or you go get benched.
Yeah.
Same thing in real sports. It's like, okay, you're not playing up to bar right now. We're just going to bench you and put in the next active player that can produce better results.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's always the next man up.
And then when it comes to a friendly game, let's say that 21 game and you chucking up 10, it's like, okay, I get it. You want to practice and improve, but like, this ain't the time for that. You know, especially if you put some money up and we're about to lose because you're out here 0 for 10. Nigga, if you don't give me that fucking ball, like if you don't go set the pick up and get these rebounds now, because you're off offense.
Yeah, it's cardio day for you. It's
It's cardio day for you. Damn.
It's time to do cardio at that point.
Get them rebounds and then pass it back to the
That's
shooter.
like That's like Grayson Allen, right? Grayson Allen last night. I'm gonna tell you something. Grayson Allen went 0 for 6 and 0 for 4. How you go 0 for 6 at the you're playing all 4 quarters. You went 0 for 6 and 0 for 4. Had 0 points. It's cardio day at that point, bro. I can't depend on you. I can't depend on you to give you the ball and expect you to shoot and make a basket for me, and you're going 0 for 6. I can't do it.
OD. And then it's like, I don't want to play head coach, but it's like, I get it. There aren't coaches right now, whatever. But it's like, bro, you even know it. It's like that's like me trying to be like, yeah, give me the ball, just to go up to dunk, and I'm dead missing a dunk.
Yeah.
6 times in a row. It's like, what are we doing here, big man?
And I'm gonna be really, really, like, my energy is gonna be down, like, because of how you're playing. Like let's just say you miss your first shot. Okay, cool, I give you that. But if you miss 5, stop shooting the ball. Go inside or something. Stop shooting. Go get you a layup. At that point, go get your
OD. And then it's like fact. Like you can look at it across a variety of sports. It's like, if we're playing on a time limit and you see that this formula that you got isn't working, you got to switch up quick or y'all gonna just lose.
Mm-hmm.
And getting down to the base of it, niggas don't want to lose, so we got to do something to win. Right. It's like if we're playing league, and I'm always like, yeah, I'm gonna go for the double touch, and I miss that shit 5 times. I done wasted 3 minutes trying to get from the wall to the backboard just to miss, and then within those 3 minutes, we got scored on about 4 times
because of that double touch.
Right, because of me trying to do the double touch and be the hero of the game, and it's like, bro, it just ain't the time for that.
Shoot the ball normally. Stop trying to practice something that you're not good at right now. Chill. If you know you're not good at that, don't do that at the moment.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't pull it out.
Throw it out.
No, because if you're not good at it,
don't be afraid. Don't listen to what anyone says.
All right.
Look across.
If you fail,
all right.
Correct yourself.
You look like an idiot.
Again, correct yourself. You're only a failure. You only fail. Listen, you only fail if you stop trying.
No.
True, but see, this isn't the time or place for a fucking philosophical lesson, bro. We're on the court. There's 3 minutes on the clock, and we're down 30. Pass the ball to niggas who are gonna get points, or get your ass off the bench. On the bench.
Oh, that's like taking a half court. That's like taking a half court 3, and we're only down 2. You just took a half court 3 for no reason, and we're only down 2, and we didn't need that. And you look at me like, yo, bro, I was open, bro. You could have took a better shot. You could have took something better than that.
OD, and then it's like, bro, like, let's look at it with the NBA. Like, you feel me? That's why niggas have off seasons to practice and refine, so that when they're on the court, it's just game time, bro. We know what we gotta do. We know if that you take this shot from the 3, bro, you're not missing. That's it. We about to drop points. You feel? Not. Oh, bro, I'm about to kick this ball and then go off for a spin for a fucking windmill alley-oop off the 3.
Yeah.
No, nigga, you're gonna put the ball in the fucking net.
Jesus said, nah. If you fail or we lose money because of you, you're getting dropped. Straight like that.
Then it's like, bro, you can see it in any sport, but you know what? I'm going to use Rocket League. You feel me? Literally just last season, my team Envy looking garbage. You feel me? And I was like, yo, how are they looking garbage, bro? My nigga Turbo Pulse a 4-time world championship winner. You don't just win the worlds 4 times in a row, you feel me? But he's been slacking off. He's been falling off, and everybody was able to see it. They was like, yo, you know what? It's time, bro. It's time. Like, you did your thing. But you're not hot right now. You got to get the bench. And that was it. And now they playing up. Now they win it. Now they they almost won the tournament last night. But yeah, it's just simple as that, bro. Yeah. Like when money's on the line and when it's real stakes, like you got to play up or like just go cool somebody's bench off.
And 100% of the time, bro, if I'm putting all these hours in, I'm putting all this time in, and I know you're not putting in the same time as me, bro. Don't try these things, bro. Bro, I'm good, bro. I don't want you to lose us the game because you wanted to do something extra, and then it turns over, and then we get a whole turnover, and then they score because now it's an open goal. Because of that, you can't really throw. You gotta know time and a place to throw certain things out. You gotta be in position and stuff like that. You can't just necessarily just be like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna throw it out just because I'm home, just because. Nah, I know I'm in position for the ball, and I know I can do it. Okay, cool. But don't be stupid with the ball, bro. Don't be stupid with it.
Don't be stupid with the ball.
Deadass, don't be stupid. Don't do something that causes the whole team the game, and then now we all looking stupid because of you. Now we gotta sit there with the stupid face. Deadass, bro. I play 2K so much, and 2K is like that. Like it's like, yo, bro, I know you're not that great. Come on, bro.
Nah, for real. Cause like fact, it's going like that for me in FIFA. It's like I'll pass the ball to a random, and he kicks the ball over the fence. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, like how did you do that?
How did you do that? Just pass the ball back if you didn't want the ball. Now you're wasting time, and we still down 3, bro. What are we dead ass doing?
What are we doing? Yep.
Niggas acting like they don't know how to play sports. And it's like, I get it, it's a game and you got to use the controls or whatnot, but like, you really mean to tell me that like if I pass you this ball, you don't know what to do?
Nope.
Like, why? Or my favorite example is like, let's say I have the ball. Why, instead of trying to get open, trying to get a better position so that we can make the drive, you're right behind me.
Yeah.
Even if I pass you the ball, we're not going nowhere. I have the ball. Go be the open man so I can go give you the ball, and now we can go make a play. That goes double for everybody trying to be shooters out here, because it's like, bro, nigga, there's 4 niggas on you. The ball ain't going to go nowhere. Like, just back up, pass to the man.
I forgot. I think we was playing one time, and I think somebody was telling us, "Oh, I'm gonna set a pick." You can't set picks in this game. What are you talking about? You can't set picks in soccer. That's illegal. Like you can't do that. I was dumb mad. I was dumb mad. That's illegal. You can't set picks. Like what are you gonna do? You're gonna set a pick. You're gonna stand in front of me. You're going to stand in front of me, and I can't shoot the ball now. I can't shoot the ball because you're standing in front of me. That's stupid. I can understand in basketball. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. Yeah, because my defender is going to – I'm gonna come to where the screen is and shoot over because I'm open. But I'm not going to – in soccer, I'm going to set a screen for you just for you to not go over it. I was so mad. In my head, I'm like – niggas think we're playing basketball or something. That's not.
That's like playing basketball. That's like playing basketball and telling niggas, yo, I'm gonna go tackle this nigga for the fumble.
Yeah, like, you're gonna tackle him?
You wild, bro.
What do you mean?
Nigga's about to spear a nigga for the ball.
Niggas start playing basketball. Niggas start, I'm about to start throwing my elbow.
Yo.
Like, it pretty much has got me like, yo, we could go play some shooters. We go play some fighting games. Any team game but these sports games. Yo.
Yeah, because you have to find, I'm not going to hold you. You're going to have to find a good 3 other teammates to have fun. That's what it feels like every time. If you have bad teammates, it's not going to be fun. It's going to be, yo, bro, how did you get this bad at the game? And this game is not even that hard to play. No sports game is that hard to play.
I'm gonna be honest.
That is that hard.
I can't play.
Not even hockey. Hockey. I'm dominating.
You can't play sports games.
I can't play sports games. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't know. It doesn't seem that interesting to me. Cause like I could play like literal basketball, and I could be trash in a basketball game to me and trash in the video game if I needed to be. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't see the appeal in it.
So where do you see the appeal in Rocket League?
It's a sports game.
It is a sports game, but it's like, it's a
complex
fucking sports game where I'm in a flying fucking car and I can fly the ball 360 into the air. Like, it's exaggerated, but yeah, like that's.
So
I can bear it because it's exaggerated with cars.
So you want an arcadey sports game? That's basically what that is. That's an arcadey sports game, basically. Just with the
Yeah,
complex.
I guess if you were to stretch reality and the arcade, if that's what that means, I guess. But yeah, arcadey. Let's go with that.
Yeah, arcade would be like more fictional. It'd be like, hey, niggas ain't making no car fly up in the air, doing wild 360s in the bowl to the goal perfectly. Niggas ain't doing that. Understand that.
But
like,
yeah, I can't play sports games. I don't know. That's like me watching sports games. I can't watch sports games. I physically cannot watch you do something that I could do if I was to like physically practice it every day. I eventually could possibly do it. Like, I don't know. I don't see the appeal in
The appeal
that
isn't just
for me.
All right, so I'll compare it to skateboarding, right? I don't look at pros and say I can do that. I mean, obviously I do. I'd be like, yo, I could do that trick. But you're looking at somebody with multiple years, if not decades of experience, actively showing the fruits of their labor. That's why we are so excited to watch professionals. They're the best at what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you can go out and play soccer, but you're not playing at this level. It's like I can go play league, but I'm not playing at that level. Yes, I could get to there, but matter of fact, that leads into a bridge. The first one is that that shows me the ceiling. It's like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is where I could be. Now I'm about to progressively work up to get there just because I like how this looks, And the second thing is just for the spectacle. It's like, that's exactly why people go watch MMA and prize fighters. It's like, yo, these two really know how to beat the shit out of one another, bro. This is crazy. You know what I mean? Not only just that, but it's like the discipline, the amount of discipline they put in to get to this level. That's something that I feel like a lot of people don't look at when they be like, yeah, I can do that. It's like, you could, but are you necessarily putting in the amount of time they did to get to that level?
To get that high of a level is crazy. That's like
right.
Like not
and
times of not sleeping and stuff like that. There's gonna be days where you're not gonna sleep. There's gonna be days where you're just 100% going in.
Exactly. And then you have the
obvious. You gotta make sacrifices for. Yeah. Which I respect pros. It's not like I don't. I respect the people that do it. I don't.
And then you have the obvious of just pure. I'm watching this for the competition. Purely, this is my team. That's Trey's team. My team is gonna beat Trey's ass. Let's get it. It's hype. It's beautiful. You feel me? And like that, I feel like that's just the human thing. It's like, yo, we love the competition. We love to see spectacles. It's like Gladiator days, and possibly even before that.
Right.
And it was like facts. I used to think that same way. I was like, yeah, my pops and them watch football. I'm not really watching it, but then I did watch it. It was like, yes.
Yeah. I watch football and I watch basketball for bro, it's professionals. It's like, yo, bro, it's the highest level of that level. Like, that's the highest you can get at. It's the highest. Like, yo, bro, all these guys are really, really playing football. They're playing at a high level. They're playing basketball at a high level. All that stuff. Right. Even like the video game aspect, yeah, it's a lot of fictional. Yeah, it's a lot of fake, a lot of animation based. But it's still like you're still gonna have fun playing it. Like, yo, bro, I'm doing some of these moves that the real guys are really doing. Some of the moves.
Right.
Some of that. Not necessarily saying all sports games are whack or anything. I think sports games, you just got to find people to really, really play with that actually know what they're doing. And you got to have an IQ to play these sports games. You have to. You have to find people who know how to play the game exactly on the same level as you. Like, I can't have you who you never played the game before play with me and then I'm expecting, yo, bro, I want you to play at a level I'm playing at, and knowing damn well you can't do it. Like, and it's sorry to say it, like, some of these niggas can't play at a level that most people can play at. Well, I ran into people who tell me that they're better than me and they got 21 percentages. That's not good. I'm not. You have a 21 percentage. You played 1,000 games more. A 21 percentage is crazy. It's crazy. I'm sitting at a 65, a high 65, about to be a 60. Like a 65 is like average. Average players, like, you're good at the game. Like, I know you're good at the game. Like, okay, cool, yeah, you know. Bro,
I mean, do you think that like, I mean, statistics are a very good way to like. They're a very good like concept to base things off of, or at least a starting ground or something to add. But do you think like people can fake their statistics? Some games
No.
they're not really giving into it. Some games are just like, I don't really freaking care.
No.
You know, you don't think so? You think everyone pays 100%?
If they do that, I wouldn't consider it faking. It's just them not playing up to their potential, as we were saying earlier. But since they track you on literally everything you do, you know, shots.
If you got a 21 percentage, that's
Right.
pretty bad. That means like, especially if you played 1,000 more games than me, that means like, oh, that means you lost a lot of games. You lost a lot. That's a lot of games to lose. While a guy like me who took a break from the game, come back, I play at an even higher level than I was playing the game when I originally was playing at, and sitting at a high 65. When like that's pretty, and you play the game every day. Nigga, you suck. That's pretty much that. Like, nigga, you suck. Like, nigga, don't ever disrespect me. Talking about some, I'm better than you. I do all these things better. No, you don't.
Well, then, let me ask you a question. Do you think that IQ?
You need IQ to play sports games. If you're gonna ask that question.
No. Well, obviously, but I'm saying, do you think that individuals can improve their IQ?
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you learn the game and you start like grinding at certain things, you'll eventually start being.
Yeah, you should be. If you've been playing 1,000 games, you should know how this game works.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't think that's the case. Because I'll be honest, if someone just plays to play the game, like, I guess you could say you can make two cases for two different type of players. The casual player that really doesn't give a fuck, like they don't care about making the shot. They care about having fun, like generally just playing a casual game. And then you have the players that actually are willing to like at least advance. Whatever their reasoning or their drive is to advance, they advance. They try their best at like winning the game.
So
I would say even then, your passive experience will accumulate. For example, let's take Rocket League. You can play Rocket League casually, but after a certain amount of time, I see the ball hit to the left. I know it's gonna bounce off the wall. You know, I don't need to do nothing fancy to tell you that me hitting the ball towards the wall is gonna make it bounce off the wall. That was just off of me playing. You know, like I'm not expecting you to like do double flip resets to shake this fact. That's something you have to actively search. But little things like, okay, if I hit the ball with my car that I did it 1,000 times with, I'm gonna know that if I hit it like this, it'll be harder than if I hit it like this.
Yeah.
You know, little things like that, and I feel like casual players definitely can do that. And my argument would be fighting in. It's like even a casual player can beat an experienced player under certain circumstances just because they know the character that they're using. It's like, okay, let's say I play Tekken once a month. You know, it's like, okay, I'm not the best nigga out here, but I still remember how to fight. I still know that I need to move. You know, I still know that if he punches me, I'm going to throw a block because if I don't block, he's going to hit me. It's things like that. It's like, yeah, you do know. You just like, even when you turn your brain off, it's like that would be another example. It's like, yeah, we play on autopilot sometimes. Even then, like, I know that me hitting this ball is gonna have it hit the ceiling. Mm-hmm. And like that's it. I might not tell you what I'm gonna do on that, but I can tell you basic things like that because it isn't that technical.
I'd say there's a certain level. Like obviously, yes. Like at a baseline, you automatically start seeing patterns in the things that happen. But I think that pattern is in every game that we play. But there's a limit to how much you can passively understand the game. You know,
because you can
no amount of time is gonna make you eventually get better at the game to a substantial degree. If that was the case, then just me working at the same job over and over and over and over and over and over, I'd eventually, let's say 50 years, I'd be at a pro level at working at this job passively.
But then let me ask you a question.
That's like the rarest of case because
let me ask you a question
at that point.
Let me
But then you even got to consider it like this: 50 years is still a lot of time. Like I worked 5 years at ShopRite, and in those 5 years, I worked 4 departments. You know, just passively going in, okay, this is what we want you to do today. This is what we want you to do tomorrow. I didn't actively say, yo, put me in this position. I didn't say put me in that position. They just did it, and I learned it.
So
well, yeah, but that we're talking about like you're active person, and then you're passive person, not like the scenario you're put into.
So let me ask you
the same thing as you.
Yeah, what's your question?
50-year thing.
So like, yeah, that's pretty much like, all right. So say you're a cashier, right? You've been a cashier for 2 years. You're gonna know everything, like certain things that people, because you're gonna pick up on certain like fruit items. You're gonna know numbers. You're gonna know a lot of shit. You're gonna know everything every day. Like that's something like that.
Yeah, that's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because I was a cashier for 2 years, right? And all the little fruit codes and whatever the vegetable codes, like they were just ingrained.
Like 4011, like 4011 was like bananas.
Was the bananas and shit, right?
Yeah, you're gonna always remember. You're always gonna remember because you're always.
And it was like, yo, we didn't study this. You know, they gave us the sheet to do that, but like, you know, fuck, like this on the screen. You know, but word, it'll come.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, that's why I was agreeing with you. I'm saying like at a base level, you understand it, but it's like you, depending on how good you are to begin with at whatever you're doing, like if you're a prodigy at like being a cashier, things become easy. But like if you're not and you're passively doing something compared to someone that is at the same level of competence as you but actually puts in the work, you know, I think they will know things that even you passively doing the job would never find out, because this is like stuff that you have to attain actively.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I think yeah, like you do get better, but you will never reach the part where the person who actually puts in the hard work will be at. Maybe not even half of that you will reach, because half of that is something that you both can attain. It's the other half you have to actively go and get.
You could most people who like the example before would be like, yo, listen, you played 1,000 games. Let's just say I played 1,000 games. I played 500. Mm-hmm. You should know everything. You should kind of know you should know the reaction to the ball. You should know certain things, like, you know, anything along the shape of that form.
Right. But you wouldn't be able to know how to shoot the ball like perfectly every time. You wouldn't know like you would know how. You wouldn't know.
No. You would know how to hit the ball. You would know everything along that line of playing these 1,000 games.
You would know
not
everything.
Really, because we could look at we know somebody who played Rocket League. You can look at what was his name? Was it Ralph? You can look at Ralph. He was a platinum player, and we started playing with him, but he was never an active player. But he was a platinum player. He didn't go above platinum. But he eventually got to a point where the amount of games that he played eventually leveled out to where he was going to be at for an extreme long time. If he actively put in the work and learned mechanics, placing, positioning, he would have gotten to a higher level of gameplay.
My counter argument would be when I was in platinum, because when I was in platinum, I didn't practice. I just kept playing games and getting the experience, and it helped me bump into diamond, because it was like, yes, I now see that when this happens, this is going to happen, you know, and that goes into the whole thing between practicing and real game experience. It's like I can practice this shot in practice mode 1,000 times, but since I never had an actual defender contest me, the second he does, I'm all out of shit. I'm like, oh wait, there's a real car here now. I don't know what to do. I've only been in this situation.
And he's reading you up the wall, and he's dead blocking you every single time.
You know, that's where the real game experience would edge me out, because he would know what to do against an actual defender since he played so many games. You know, even if it was at a casual level. You know, and I do agree with you. It's like there is a certain plateau that you would hit, but that's because, you know, the other half are very technical things that you actually have to practice and get into your mind, you know. And it's like, yeah, he can watch YouTube videos and learn it, but he actually has to sit there and put time in. Now, when it comes to things like shooting and whatnot, you learn how to shoot by the time you get out of gold. And I shit you not, I heavily doubt anybody in our group or anywhere that played Rocket League went into practice when they were at gold. Straight like that. You just got on. You was like, all right, my niggas is on. Let's get into a game. Now, granted, shots were ugly. Shots would miss. We couldn't block. But it wasn't like, okay, let's stop playing this game for like 10 minutes to go practice. Matter of fact, can you name a time have we ever did that?
We just
we
kept on
didn't
playing.
practice until
we just
what?
kept on playing.
I didn't practice until fucking way after. Like, yeah.
You would just keep on playing and just keep on playing and just keep on playing. That's kind of where I was at, because I'm casual. I don't play Rocket League at a high. I don't play it at that type of level, but I casually know how to. I know how to hit the ball, when to hit the ball, and how hard I'm gonna hit the ball. I know that I'm not gonna be surprised. Like, oh yeah, I ran to the ball and I hit it too hard because I boosted dumb hard into it. Okay, I know that was gonna happen. I played this amount of games to know that. You're gonna know certain things. You're gonna be like, damn, why did I hit it so hard with the fucking backboard? I didn't try to hit it off the backboard.
Right.
Like, it's gonna be certain shit like that. Like, I play 2K and I stopped playing it for 2 seasons, and niggas is not better than me, and that's sad. And niggas play the game every single day, and that's not good.
That definitely goes into Unique's thing, where he was like, everybody learns at a different pace, and everybody won't necessarily be at the same level. And that's something that I definitely noticed early. It's like the only thing that'll really stay at your level is the person's ego.
Is that in Spanish? Somebody wrote in my chat. Warzone clipped. Is that in Spanish? That definitely looks like Spanish.
I'm crying.
I do not understand Spanish at all.
I can't see the chat.
Can you just send it to me?
I'm
or
not,
read it to me. I guess
I'm not doing all that.
Just read it to me, bro. Just speak Spanish.
No, I can't speak Spanish.
Speak Spanish. Read it.
Just say what it sounds like.
Blindly do your best. Let's go.
Spell out the letters. Say out the letters.
You want to know something? I was in special ed, all right, guys? I can admit that. And in special ed, I didn't have to take a language class.
So that's a wonderful story. I appreciate it. Thank you.
It definitely is that. So I wish I would have took a language. I'm not gonna hold you. I wish I did. But I do not speak Spanish at all. So okay, if you can put that in English for me, that's
can you go to Google Maps? Google Translator?
Google Translator.
We would have got you.
I was a kid that they was like, hey, you needed to pass the Regents. That's what I needed. I needed that, and I was lit. I was lit though, but I never got a 55 in my life. But nah, niggas is trash, and that's even in how that's like being trash in a shooter. How can you be trash in a shooter?
You can definitely be trash in a shooter.
I would argue with you. Yes, in this day and age, pretty much everybody in our generation and the generation under us has played many a shooters, and it's not like shooters go from one game to the other game, and the controls aren't you aim with L2, you shoot with R2. Now the difference lies in how the gameplay itself revolves around that. For example, you could play COD, and then you go play Fortnite, and now this guy has like a 10-story building. You still know how to shoot at him, but what am I really shooting at? How did he just do this in 3 seconds, bro? The fuck? Yeah, word. But also, it's like, because it's like you'll never go to a new COD game and be like, I really don't know what I'm doing. You may not know how to weapon work, but you still know how to slide and dash and crouch and catch a snipe and 360 no scope. You know all of that.
But I do feel like shooters are in the easier boat to be good at. I think it's easier to be good at a shooter than it is to be good at, like, let's throw fighting games. I think a shooter is a lot easier to be good at than a fighting game.
I doubt it. Oh no, I take it back. I'm sorry.
Are we talking on a general level or at a high level?
General.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think a shooter is a lot easier.
I say that because a mass majority of people play shooting games.
I would say that, and that a shooting game, unless you're actively trying to go out to tournaments, the skill gap isn't going to get any higher than your reflexes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like after a certain while, you're like, yeah, I know how to watch this corner and look at past my shoulder, all that, and then from there, it's just pretty much who got the better skills, who got the better twitch reflex. You know.
Yeah, because to sit there, it's like also who's turning around fast enough, who got the faster what is that your
sensitivity
aiming like it's around that. Yeah, sensitivity. There we go. Sensitivity. It's like that. Like you playing at 10. What is that? What's the max? Like 10 or something like that. 10 like the max. On like sensitivity or something like that. Like
I don't know.
You spinning around, going dumb fast. But I feel like shooters is easier because like you got to shoot and aim, kind of just shoot and aim, turn, shoot and aim, turn, shoot and aim, turn.
Well, really, so
and that's what goes into the specific.
I think that's not true though. I don't think it's true. I think it's true under one specific circumstances.
What else is a skill? What else is a skill in shooters? Please enlighten me.
What?
What else is a skill in shooters? Like all you do.
Well, no, because what Crownless mentioned earlier, he said that because like the way that you play the game doesn't really change. So you carry over game IQ from one shooter to the next shooter to the next shooter. Like it's not going to change that much, except the technicalities of the game and the things that you can do in that specific game, the building of the walls and stuff like that. I think fighters is easier because you have buttons. You have one specific button, and what you do with that button can dictate what you do. I think if someone doesn't know how to play, if they've never played a shooting game, ever, I think it's a lot harder because one, they don't know how to aim at all. And the shooting might not click in their head. Like if they have no previous game IQ, no previous game understanding.
Let me ask you this. Does every fighting game play the same?
No. But majority of games, obviously majority of fighting games have certain buttons that do certain things. And if you press a button, you instantly start doing that action. It doesn't take a lot to understand it. It takes a lot to master it.
I would argue that shooting games definitely have a larger foundation that carries over into other games. For example, if I come from only playing Tekken and then I transition over to Street Fighter, yes, I know that this punch, by pressing this button, will give me a punch. But now I have to adjust to everything that is Street Fighter and get rid of everything that is Tekken. Mind you, I say this off personal experience. I'll use a perfect example. Trey was talking about Persona 4 Arena. I used to play that game so heavily. That is one of my best fighting games like ever. You feel me? When Friday comes, I'm going to be beating everybody's ass.
Lit.
Play that game for years. Here comes a new game, BlazBlue Cross Tag. Mind you, there goes the Persona characters right there. I'm like, I didn't just play Persona, nigga. I was a Persona. I was fucking monstrous at this game. Yo, I'm about to really go crazy at this game. No.
It's not the same game.
No.
It wasn't the same game.
I couldn't
my
even
point
use
wasn't
my
that, though.
base knowledge of Persona and implement it into Cross Tag. That's how different things work.
It wasn't the same
Whereas if I go from COD to Battlefield, it's the exact same thing minus the destructible environment.
So this is what I was making a point, but I probably didn't do it very well at all.
Oh, also,
but I was
your other thing.
making a point of like general beginnings. Like if you were to start like with no prior game experience, you've never played a game before. I think learning how to shoot in a game versus learning how to fight, acquiring the basics in a fighting game is easy. Acquiring the basics in a shooting game, I think, is a lot harder.
I would still argue and say shooting is easier because all you need is 3 buttons.
Truthfully,
you need your aim and you need your shoot. You feel me? Once you learn how to aim and shoot, that's why a lot of people's girlfriends play COD and they play no other game.
But all you need from a fighting game is just the buttons themselves.
No, it doesn't.
That wouldn't necessarily mean
Tekken, you just need square, triangle. That's about it. Square, triangle, analog stick.
Are you an idiot?
No.
No, better yet. I'm sorry. Better yet. All you really need is Dead or Alive. Is you need what was the type button? Was it triangle or circle? I forgot what it was.
Yeah, it was triangle.
Let's go with triangle. All
And
you
then
need
I
is
would-
triangle.
I
You
would
can
still
essentially play
argue-
Dead or Alive with that.
No, you cannot, because you wouldn't know how to move. You wouldn't know how to block. All you would know how to do is throw punches, and then what the fuck is a punch when I'm standing right here and you don't know how to move closer to me? In COD, as I've seen this. My ex-girlfriend did not know how to move and shoot at the same time, but you can see her mowing down 5-6 niggas that would just run across the screen with no other game experience.
It is very, very
Like, it is so easy to pick up and play a shooter. Yeah, you know what? Better yet,
Let me think of it. Let me think about it.
Think about this. First off, with a fighting game, you have to learn about space. You have to learn about all this stuff. Only thing I gotta learn in a shooter is just how to aim and shoot. That's it. Aim and shoot, and that's it. There's no other skill in that. Where else is the skill?
Okay, let me hold on. All right, so maybe what I was basing off my claim was because I was using someone that is not good at playing games to begin with.
Yeah,
So that's my fault. That's my fault. That's where I went wrong. It's not that one was easier. I apologize. I see where I went wrong.
You didn't go wrong, because the example I used is the exact same thing you did. My ex-girlfriend did not play any game before I put a controller in her hand and said, play Call of Duty. And she could not move and shoot, but she certainly could aim and shoot.
Right.
Now we went on to go play Tekken. She pressed all the buttons in the world and could not get a hit on me. Like, that was just it. You know, she could fight. The objective is to fight, and if you press buttons, you can potentially hit me. But you're not actually learning anything. Whereas with COD, once you learn how to aim and shoot, that's your automatic skill. You're going to every other shooting game. Oh, aim is L2, shoot is R2. That. I'll further use your example. All I need is X and triangle in Tekken. I put her on the Tekken. X is punch, triangle is kick. I put her on the Street Fighter. X is punch, triangle is also punch. Now we're asked out.
I'm not saying like I wasn't arguing that like you can take something and put it into another game. I was just arguing for someone that doesn't know any better, that's never played.
What we're saying is you can't necessarily say, yo, bro.
I would say that it's still easier to pick up a shooting game.
It's easier to pick up a shooter than it is to play a fighting game, because fighters are a lot harder to play. All fighters don't play the same. Not every fighting game has the same. Bro, playing Persona, I just had to learn that my Persona attack, I have 2 Persona attacks. What game do you know has 2 Persona attacks?
My prime example, too, would be the direction of fighting games as a whole. They realized that people on a mass cannot pick up and play fighting games, so they decided to make everything easy and accessible. You feel me? You can look it up with any new game from here to 2016. Everything has auto combos. Everything has easy buttons, easy special moves. And even despite that, people still pick up the game and drop them in about a week.
So, all right.
And my counter is with COD.
Let me ask you then.
You'll never hear somebody talking about we're making COD an easier game to play. Because all you need to do is learn how to aim and shoot.
Then let me ask you something. then what would be harder to master between the two?
What would be harder to master?
Would you say that fighting games is, would you still side with fighting games on this one? And this
harder
question?
To master?
Between fighting and shooting. Would you think
fighting games.
To master? Really?
Yes, because the difference in a shooting game between me and you is my reaction time. If I can consistently shoot you before you shoot me, I won. There's no ifs, ands, or buts in that. The only way you can beat me is by catching me at an angle that I don't see you at. Yeah. Whereas in a fighting game, we're constantly on a level playing field. Which again, if I outskill you, you're just not gonna beat me. Now, whereas if we're talking about mastering a game, let's say COD. Now I have to know map placement. I have to know the gun disadvantages. I have to know damage types. I have to learn how my equipment is. I had to learn my kill streak.
Your perks, like what type
My
of perks?
perks, right? What
Yeah,
type
that
of
was
build
my
I'm about to
question.
make.
So, what do you
In
think?
fighting games, I have to learn my character, my move list. We're talking mastery now. My character, my move list, the way I'm about to move around the stage, my opponent's character, my defense, my mobility options, my offensive options. And just to master, I have to learn the whole roster, actually, not even just my character and the other characters.
Yeah. You have to learn 16 like let's take a game
Prime
that has 16
example.
characters.
Prime example, Tekken 7. Let's keep it. I got you. My fault for cutting you off.
Right.
Just to learn Lei and Steve to a mastery level, that's over 400 moves that I had to remember and memorize. Not only do I have to remember and memorize all 400 of those moves, I have to perfectly apply my knowledge of those moves into each and every minute situation that goes on in this fight. And to do that for every single character on the roster, it takes months.
That's crazy.
It takes months to even learn a character.
And-
Whereas in a shooting game, all I gotta do is really get my reflexes up. As I said, I gotta learn the map placement. But since we're always playing, the maps are like this. It's like, okay, you're giving me one big map. This prefers snipers because everything is spread apart. You're giving me a map for close quarters because everything is jumbled together in the cityscape. There ain't much variety. You know. Then from there, I just boom, boom, boom. I'm running. Perfect example, Black Ops 3. I thought Black Ops 3 was weird as shit because they had all the movement options now. Once I got it down packed, I was balling. There was no stopping me, bro. Hardcore search, it didn't fucking matter. I'll be cutting y'all off.
I don't know. I feel like shooters are a lot easier to pick up and play. It's an easier option. Like to pick up and play, easier option to play. Fighting games, you got to be really, really into it. And you got to really, really know what you're doing. Because you can't just pick up and play any fighting game. You can't just pick up and play any fighting game. I'm
gonna ask one of my my friends how they play, because they play Call of Duty, they play shooting games in general, but they only play shooting games. Like they main shooting games, and I'm gonna ask them about that type of stuff, because I really don't know. I'm asking,
This is a good topic. It's a good topic to conversation.
Because that's
I grew up on nothing but shooters and fighting games. I grew up on playing Call of Duty, Call of Duty 1, 2, 3. I played
Modern Warfare. No, I played Modern Warfare 2. I'm not gonna lie.
I played Black Ops 2.
What I would give the edge in shooting games is that for mastery, you have to really understand teamwork. You feel me? For example, they have the COD E-League, they got the Halo shit, they got Apex and Valorant. It's like, okay, if this was just a random lobby, 18 players, team deathmatch, everybody's equally skilled, boom, we're just going to go in there guns blazing. But now we have to play tactical. You feel me? And I would argue that you have to be just as tactical in that aspect as you need to be in fighting games. Because it's like, okay, I need to be aware where my teammates at. We need to be on point with call-outs. We got to know who used this equipment. So let's say, for example, I'm throwing a smoke bomb. Because I didn't tell you, you think it's the enemy smoke bomb, and now we're about to change up the whole play just because of that miscall. You know?
Can I jump in real fast?
I'm
going to be 100%. The only skill shooter that's out right now, Rainbow Six Siege is the only skill shooter out. The only skill shooter out right now.
I would argue Apex.
Watch that game high level.
Siege is very serious. Siege is a perfect example, actually.
Best
because you can't just go in guns blazing all the time. No, I've seen Siege. I played Siege. Siege is not a fucking easy game in my opinion. Yeah. That shit is hard.
It's seriously scary, and it's a real shooter. It's a real skill-based shooter where it's more, hey, we gotta really, really make call-outs. We gotta dead.
You gotta set up the cameras, we
gotta know everything.
Armaments.
We gotta know everything. That's the only game I would say that's real skill.
Right. So I would say that, that's definitely rival in a fighting game. My argument against fighting games would be, as I said earlier, they're making a lot of games easier, and that's having the unfortunate knockoff effect or just double-edged like effect of lowering the skill ceiling. It's like, prime example, as I said earlier, BlazBlue cross tag. They made
You went off.
Oh, bet. I was like BlazBlue cross tag.
Went off again.
Some hit-ups.
As soon as you said BlazBlue cross tag, it said
I get some hit-ups, my fault.
Yo, my
Anyways,
camera said cross stop.
the game, don't cry.
Nah, you good now.
Oh, bet. The game is so accessible that when you learn the foundation, pretty much, you already know how to play every character. And then when you learn probably one thing above that, you hit the ceiling. There was no getting better. The only thing that would change would be team variety. And it was like, we were playing it. We were playing it very tough. We were looking at it like a regular fighting game.
We was playing that shit at 100%.
Right. And then what we all realized is that we all hit that same plateau. It was like,
that shit was ass. That shit was
word. It was like, really? Like, oh, this shit is fun.
Like, you want me to be honest? Like, this is where the skill gap was. If you couldn't do cross combos, you're not good at the game. Like, not good at the game. Like, that's the one thing. Like, if you didn't know how to do cross combos, you're bad at the game. That's it. That's
damn,
it.
I was bad at the game then. Damn.
Because it was like, yo, one of us learned a cross combo, then everybody learned, and then everybody that we didn't know suddenly knew how to do it. And it was like, okay, if you don't have cross combos, you're getting eaten up.
Yeah.
Because
it was like, your skill gap was like, this is where the skill gap was, like, for everybody. Everybody was like, we're right. It was like, okay, yeah, we're right here, neck and neck. Because once you learn that cross combo, it's clip. You learned the game. You learned everything about it. There was no, once you can do it with one team, you can do it with every team. It was pretty much like that. It was pretty much like, hey, that's how easy the game was. Hey, we're only going to give you forward quarter circle and back quarter circle, and that's it. And that's it. We're not giving you nothing else. Nothing that's too crazy. We're not making you do a whole U motion with your controller. We're not letting you do all that. And that's when it gets more crazier. Like shooters, I say, yeah, it's only Rainbow that's out here right now. Because Call of Duty's not really. You could.
I'll argue Apex.
I haven't really seen like an Apex tournament. I gotta see that. I gotta see that highlight.
Sweaty. Oh, the sweaty. It was sweaty even playing that shit, but it was fun. Okay.
So I think Chance is still in there. I think Chance plays Apex. Chance is Apex really that hard to really play? Like Chance is still in there because he was on that said he said shooters are way easier than fighting games. Let me say, learning a fighting game is many combinations, many attacks, specials, and all that stuff. And then with like a shooter, you all you do is pick up a gun and just shoot at people. Pretty much. I mean, the argument is not.
Like, pick up a gun, shoot, throw the occasional grenade.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, get kills, at a high level. Bro, I haven't played a Call of Duty since Black Ops 2.
3. Don't play yourself.
Yeah, it was 3 for me.
Don't play yourself. You played 3.
No, I didn't have Black Ops 3.
You did have your dad had Black Ops 3 because I came over and played the game with you.
If you were to play a COD, I would say play Black Ops 3.
On the PS3. No, wait.
That was on the PS4?
Yeah, I was gonna say because at that time I still lived in whatchamacallit.
Oh yeah. It might have been like that would have been probably the last time I really played something really like a shooter seriously. Nah, but I didn't play Black Ops 3 seriously. Like I played it, but 100% serious. Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was my favorite Call of Duty. I was wilding.
I didn't like Black Ops 2.
I was running around with the 5.7.
I didn't like Black Ops 2.
Ooh, I was running around with the 5.7.
Black Ops 2 was.
My trigger finger was crazy on my Xbox, bro. Because you know the Xbox controller, the LT and the RT was perfect.
Yeah, OD.
Perfect.
OD.
You could like it was just, bro. Wow.
That was the FAL. My old friend.
Bro, I was running around with the 5.7 wallet. I remember me and my boy when I had my PS3, we played Black Ops 1. and we was like really, bro. He was getting attacked, dogs attack, chopper gunners, wilding.
Oh, yeah, I hear that. Nah, see, a good example for me, 4 shooters, unique for your argument would be Gears of War. Jesus. Oh, I was like, a good example to aid you in your argument for shooting games would be Gears of War. Because, like, on top of it...
That was a third-person shooter. It's weird. It was really, really weird to play that.
It was, but once you got on it, and you... That shit was gas. Anyways.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hold the Gears of War wasn't a bad shooter. That definitely wasn't.
Not at all. It was very technical on top of that. They had a lot of movement on it that people wouldn't know. Bro, if they put Gears on P4, I would not play another shooter.
That's not
Really close, yo. I tell you, we that national. Oh, yo, son, I tell you, they really fucked that series up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. They definitely did. After Judgment, it was clips.
Nah, I didn't even fuck with Judgment like that. I mean, I did, but then it was like, all right, so.
Nah, 4 was good.
They had this tech called wall bouncing.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, once you got wall bouncing, you were lit. If you didn't have it, you were ass. Because everybody was shuffling around the stage, moving around from cover to cover.
Bro, with the shotgun is over. Doing that, slave.
Exactly. That's what got me the second prestige. Those Red Wings. Oh, anyways. Judgment took that shit out. And I was like, yo, fuck this game. nah, for real, I still played it. It was fun. Yeah, it definitely was fun playing with Young Baird and them. But it was like, yo, they should have kept that shit in. And then everything else, 4 or 5, it was like,
yeah.
Doing, bro. Like,
at this point, it's just like Halo. It's just like Halo.
Right? Like,
Halo went through their bad times.
Halo, bro.
It went through like this. But the last Halo game I did here was top. It was good.
It was good. Yeah, Infinite was actually.
I heard it was.
After with Infinite, I didn't like the story very much, but I liked what they did with the gameplay itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, open world Halo. That do sound pretty bad.
I mean, is anybody gonna pick up that new Killzone that's about to come out? We about to play Killzone.
Kill what?
Killzone.
Killzone.
Because Bungie didn't PlayStation buy Bungie or something like that? Like they did. They're working on a Killzone. They're definitely working on a Killzone.
Yo, forget the Killzone. Forget the Halo. Give me a Mass Effect game, bro. Mass Effect.
Well, you want to get EA to make it again?
What?
EA makes it.
EA?
Yeah, EA makes Mass Effect games.
Make it again.
You know what they did to it.
I like the Andromeda. It was bad in its beginning, but I honestly liked how they did the gameplay. And the story wasn't the worst in the world.
Them faces, they was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to talk to you like this, and my eyes are going to be booming like this.
Except Suvi. I love the voice. I don't know what type of accent that was. Beautiful. Whoever the voice actress is, she can have my number.
Excuse me?
What? I didn't say anything. My wife didn't hear that. What?
Mass Effect is it's an okay series. It's okay.
It's a good series.
Nah, I'm just waiting for the Dead Space remake. I'm gonna keep it on this.
I forgot.
That game comes out, I'm probably not gonna play none for a while.
Wait, Dead Space?
Yeah, Dead Space.
I would ask for them to give me another series. I wouldn't really want them remake.
And you know what they need to really come
That's about to be dumb scary,
bro. They need to come up with a Silent Hill. They need to do that. They're bugging.
Yes.
It might be clips. Matter of fact, I actually seen some news earlier. It might be fake, might not. But like they were talking about doing a Silent Hill remake to potentially branch into some newer games. I was like,
because that Resident Evil is dirt. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh wait, you just reminded me about something. Hold on.
Hill without Kojima is like Metal Gear without Kojima. I feel like they're gonna take it so less that we're gonna get another Resident Evil.
Yo, did you check out? Hold on. Before you go, have you checked out the new Resident Evil?
Biohazard?
No, not the game. The show that's coming out.
The show. Yeah, nah. I heard about it though. That seems pretty interesting.
I looked at the trailer. I'm like, yo, this looks kind of wavy. I really like how they're going with that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a live action, but it doesn't seem trashy. It looks like it's starting prior to the outbreak, the first outbreak. And I think it's gonna be following like a whole new team, but it's gonna be following from the raccoons' perspective. It's like Resident Evil. I forgot what the game was. You played as like 4 people, and like they were from the fucking raccoon.
6 people. Operation Raccoon.
Operation Raccoon. But it's gonna be following, I guess, from that perspective. So hopefully they do it right. It looks really good. That's all I can say. That's as far as I got. I don't know much about it, but I don't think they made a series for Resident Evil.
What'd you say?
No, not yet. Yeah, they had movies, but
What'd you say?
I said Resident Evil.
The TV show, right? The
Yeah.
TV series that's supposed to come out. I seen the trailer for it.
It looks fire.
Yeah, I mean, give me a Resident Evil animated movie.
No.
Fire.
No.
Oh man.
No, I don't want a Resident.
Yeah.
I had enough of animated stuff. I want to see like an actual TV show. Like, give me live action.
Got to get the
Something.
new Walking Dead.
Nah, bro. No.
I didn't like The Walking Dead. I honestly did not like The Walking Dead. I thought it was absolutely boring.
Oh, you're wildin'.
It was boring, bro. It's
Dumb
dumb slow. There's no flair to it. To me, there is like it.
No flair. When you
It can be really slow. It didn't grab my attention. There wasn't something that just said, "Yo, you gotta check this out." The only part that I seen that really was like, "All right, that's some shit," was when my man's, I forgot what his name was. He's in Tekken.
Negan.
So that's when you stopped watching?
No, that's when I watched like Walking Dead. Was when he bashed the dude's head in and bashed the other dude's head in. That was the only thing I seen from Walking Dead that was any bit interesting.
You ain't see the saviors. You ain't see them cannibal ass.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I watched the bootleg. I watched a bootleg Walking Dead called Z Nation. That's what I watched. Z Nation.
He like I said, that show right there. I can say anything after Negan. Okay, cool. That's
they kind of really fucked it up.
Yeah,
you know what you gotta do, Unique? You gotta read the comic. And also, I hear you, Trey. Go ahead, bro.
They started going down at that point because everybody started dying, and then it was kind of like, hey, like, come on, bro, come on. Like, some of these characters shouldn't be dying here, and then you just kill it, and then it just started getting boring. And it started getting real boring at the time.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for this old show. Like, you know, when they killed Carl, it kind of really fucked me up because I heard in the comic book ending, Carl was the only one to live because, you know, he was the child and the baby lived too, so they can rebuild. So when I saw that they killed him in the show, I was like, bro, what are y'all about to do? You know, I'm all for creative liberties between the mediums, but like,
because I think the person that they're gonna keep alive first is probably like the last one to be alive is probably like Daryl. I think Daryl's gonna be the last one to be alive.
I can see that.
I think the show is going because he was the most favorite character. He was the favorite character of the show. It's like Carl was okay. Carl in certain moments was really lit.
I don't know. Y'all watch some show.
Rick was lit when them niggas tried to rape Carl. Rick was going berserk. That nigga was wilding. That nigga was. I'm not playing with. You're not raping my son.
OD as he should.
He was wilding. That was a That was a good episode. But
well, I'm glad that anyone here is a Walking Dead fan because these guys talking about Walking Dead. I got nothing to say.
The Resident Evil animated movies are okay.
Fire.
Some of them are a little but then there was like the one with Leon when like Leon went to what was it? When they brought out the Mr. X Titans, when they brought out him, like that was when it was like, oh yeah, you're wilding. Like when Leon had to fight them niggas, he was wilding. Then he got into the tank and started booming them shits. That was a real good one.
Now, Resident Evil. Actually, I was just watching Resident Evil 8. Not even playthrough, but just a review on it. Like, I've seen the whole event. Yeah. You know, it really blew mine with the way they've been doing it, because it was like, yo, you know what? I'm going to start with the obvious one. Like, Lady Dimitrescu, like, you know, them hyping her up OD just to die in, like, the first quarter.
Yeah.
It was like, bro, what the fuck? I thought you were the villain. Like, bro, who are these guys? Like, bro, this is mad corny.
Yeah, there was, like, a bigger villain than her, and it was like, come on. Like, you could have just... You could have made these guys the lower bosses, and then made me, and then she's kind of the girl, the one that's kind of chasing me the whole game. That's what it was supposed to be like. But
right,
you know, we didn't want to do that. We didn't want to go to the Mr. X route. But I guess, or Nemesis. Even when you did the remake for Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil dropped the ball on certain things. The remake was not that good. The remake for Resident Evil 3 was so short. I mean, I understand the game was short in itself, like the old one. It was short.
That's right. It was short. Wait.
It was short, but you had a lot more things to do in the short one. In the original one, there was a lot more things. In Resident Evil 3, they took out a lot of that. Took out a lot of extra things. They were supposed to be, especially in the beginning part, you were supposed to be locked in that room for like a couple. You were supposed to be locked in that room for a minute. Like, you couldn't really, like, where that dude was, where he ran into the ambulance. He eventually turned into a zombie. But he was locked in that room for a minute. A longer time. I remember playing that as a kid. I remember I couldn't beat it because I was dumb scared.
I hear that. Nah, if anything, they should have remade Zero, because I feel like they would have worked that one out. If not Zero, Code Veronica X. Zero was good, not going to lie. I got to go back and finish that one. I played that in the one remake. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Code Veronica.
Code Veronica was good. That shit was good. Scary as shit, though. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Like, yo, when I was a kid trying to play that shit, I was like, this cutscene.
There was only one Resident Evil game that I finished, and it was for the fucking Wii. That's it. That's all I can say.
It was for the Wii.
It was for the Wii, my man. I had the shotgun stick, bro, for the Wii. It was over. I was shooting zombies in the fucking fort.
I would say if anything, play 1, 2, or 0.
I'm not gonna hold you. I might be mean to certain people, or I might upset some people. My favorite Resident Evil was Resident Evil 5. I'm not gonna hold you.
I thought you were about to say 6. 5.
I like 5.
5 was cool, but then the whole 7 health bar was getting me so annoyed with 5.
Yeah. That was the only thing I didn't like about it. But
it's cool because I like 6, and everybody really hates it. So you know, I hear it.
It's disgusting.
You're tweaking.
6 is disgusting.
How so?
All right, 6 felt like all right. So you give me Leon, Chris, and what was the other cat? Jake, right? Okay, you want me to be honest? The best story mode out of them all of them, Jake's.
Was all of them?
No, Jake was lit because Jake was fighting. Jake was with the hands. My son was with the hands. You didn't have to.
So you fuck with 5 because Chris was punching boulders out here?
Nah. I like 5 story. 5 story was.
Bro, Leon Ada's story was simply fresh.
5 story with Wesker being like and Wesker was walling.
I actually like 5 too. 5 had a nice vibe to it.
6 was good.
I played 6 and 6 was just like, yeah.
4.
6 feels like an action movie. Like it feels too actiony. It feels like I'm like.
Nah, Chris's story is too actiony.
Leon's story was actiony too.
You gotta play Ada. You feel me? That's fresh. That's fresh. RE2 right there. Fresh off the bone.
No, the only part for Leon that was really, really like some old school shit was when he was with the president and stuff like that.
I was dead. That was a wild part. But nah, yeah, I fucked with that whole game.
Super only.
You know, I was like, there's no way. Niggas is just puss. But word for you, Unique, definitely go play 1, try to beat that one. You know, that one is very scary. Very good Resident Evil experience. You know what I mean?
You know what? I might do that.
Engage in that?
You said what?
All right. Yeah, Trey, it's on you, bro. It's on you.
Hold on, I'm doing something right now.
I don't know what's on you, but it's on you.
But at the same token, I think I'm gonna play. I think they have I think on my Xbox I think I can play like Zero and stuff like that. You can go back and play stuff like that.
Word, I'm gonna just get a.
Because it wasn't. But those games wasn't too bad. Some of those Resident Evil titles is pretty lit. I wish we do. I want to play. I want another Silent Hill series. I do want another Silent Hill game because that's
word. But see, word. That's my thing, bro. It's like, yo,
that's the only game that's real.
You need to make peace with Kojima, or else it's gonna be trash.
I don't know. I don't know because I think since we got what was the game that he made the UPS simulator?
Death Stranding.
Yeah, Death Stranding. I don't know because I'm real scared of. I thought Death Stranding was gonna be like Silent Hill. I thought it was gonna be that.
I do feel you on that. It did look a little creepier in the trailer.
Go back and look at those trailers. You're gonna be like, yo, this game looks like it's lit, and it finds out it's a UPS simulator.
Yes.
And at the time, I was delivering packages, so I'm gonna play my job. I'm gonna play my job as a game. That's not good. Like I don't want to do that. I don't want to.
Nah, it's perfect, bro.
No, I don't want to do that.
Nah, do that right now.
I'm playing my job in real life. Why would I want to play? Why would I want to play a game?
Yo, so you can become a better worker. Yo, bro, it was training you to be a better worker. That's fire. That's fire. They were training you to be UPS. Yo.
Nah, I definitely did make that joke too.
I hope they are making that new Silent Hill game, and they need to make us bro. There's no scary games out. I'm telling you, Outlast not scary really. Sorry, doesn't hit the same. Doesn't.
No, what was the game? What was the game? I forgot what this game was. It was a shooting game, but it was kind of like a horror game. Like if you shot one of the monsters, all the rest of the monsters come at you. And you had like 4 people. You had to get out of the facility.
Nah, y'all, because this Dead Space remake is coming out. That's all you need.
Nah, I'm good.
Have you played the original
4? Give me a Dead Space 4.
Dead Space 4 was not scary at all. Everywhere after 2, it became Resident Evil 6, where it was action over the scary.
I mean, there's no Dead Space 4. I'm just saying, like, I want a Dead Space 4 game, like an actual
I feel you.
Quad game.
Nah, they definitely need to get back on that and make it more scary. Because Dead Space 3 was not scary.
The scary
they killed it with the co-op. But 1 and 2, magnificent.
The scary genre is like kind of dead. There's no real good scary games in a minute.
Bro, you like Five Nights at Freddy's? I don't know.
No, I do not. I do not like.
Bro, that's keeping you up at night, bro.
Nah, Five Nights at Freddy's does not keep me up at night.
Yeah, it does. Yo, bro, you told me you had a bear next to your bed, bro. That's what I remember.
You have a flower shirt on. What are you talking about?
You had a bear next to your bed. You were scared, bro. You had a teddy bear. After you played that game one time, it was over for you. You don't remember.
The only game that really, really scared me, I'm not gonna hold you, when I was playing it as it was like Slender Man was pretty crazy, especially with headphones in the dark. Pretty crazy.
Slender Man, it was scary for the first half, and then it just got butt. I was like, yo, I'm so used to him trying to scare me that I'm not scared no more.
Yeah. Like I remember my first time playing it, I remember being like, oh, that shit is dumb scary. Like the atmosphere is pretty cool, pretty good, but like anything else around that is pretty.
What was a scary game for me? I don't think I ever had a scary game. I don't think so. I don't think any game was really scary. I think every game was pretty boring.
For me, it was Condemned 2 Bloodshot.
Condemned.
If you ever played that, Trey, it was on the 360.
Nah.
Pretty much you're playing as this cop. More specifically, you're playing as an ex-cop in the sequel. Y'all should definitely check this out, and Trey, for you, go play it on PC. That's one of the scariest games I have ever experienced, my nigga. Like, you can look at it right now as I'm explaining it. Mm-hmm. But pretty much picture yourself in Gotham City, but as just a regular street nigga. You feel me? All that atmosphere, all that, it's eternally night. You're in the first person now. You're trying to review these grisly ass cases, these murder scenes, these mysteries and whatnot. You exploring. While that's happening, a bunch of cycles start coming at you, and you're like, okay, but the way they come at you,
Oh, I know what game you're talking about. I know exactly what game you're
You
talking
seen that, bro?
I seen the gameplay of that game. That game is diff. That game is diff.
It is, yo. When you get a chance, I tell you, you will fuck with it so much.
That's
Like, oh, yo, that shit was dumb scary, bro. Like, yo, I don't word. I put it on me too. Like, besides that, games haven't been scary after like I got over my fear of zombies.
Mhm.
But like that one really hit it. It was like, yo, this is sending chills down my spine, bro. I really can't play this right now. You know, you too. You need to go check it out. I know you got PC. Condemned 2. If not, you can play Condemned 1 because it was just as fucking creepy.
yeah.
It was, yo, them games. They were not playing, bro. They were not playing with that one.
This is gonna be the last thing I'm definitely gonna say, and we're gonna definitely end it. But if you ever get the chance, definitely play The Thing. If you ever played The Thing, did any of y'all ever play The Thing?
The Thing.
Okay, it's like based on a movie, right? So, it's a movie title game, but the shit was lit. So, basically it was like some alien shit that like taking over niggas' bodies, and so it would like transform niggas into different like creatures and shit like that.
Right.
So, like let's just say like the shit took over you or something like that, like it was dead. Like nobody knew who was the thing. Nobody knew who had the parasite in them. Like the only way you knew is if you stabbed them with like a needle or something like that, and their blood came out differently. So like I remember in the movie, nigga was wilding, like he turned like his head turned into like some spider thing, jumped on a nigga, just and it was in imagine playing this on like a game, it was just wilding. Like I remember as a kid, I'm like, yo, bro, God, this is dumb scary. Certain parts, like bro, you had to like kill and shit with like a flamethrower and shit like that. Shit different.
Oh, dear.
That's definitely my closing segment. Is basically I think the scary genre needs to come back. Definitely. It needs to come back hard. It needs to come back hard because there's no scary games out. That's really, really wild. Niggas don't want to play Five Nights at Mid.
Nah, I'm telling you, bro, in 1 month. I think it's coming out at the end of June. That's big.
Niggas want to play Five Nights at Mid? Not playing.
Nah, we playing Dead Space. We playing some Dem. Matter of fact, I think I got a horror game. Nah, my horror game is really Resident Evil right now. Matter of fact, we check.
You got any closing things?
Oh, where my closing thing is, if they remake a game, they should remake Manhunt. Specifically Manhunt 2, because that was a crazy one.
My closing segment would be Fear 2. That shit actually had me in, my boots, shaking in my boots, because that was like mad schizophrenic. Like, you ain't know what was going on. She'd appear in your face, and you'd be like, oh, what the fuck? And she'd disappear and shit. But, yeah, that's about it, bro. That's all I can remember.
It was pretty crazy, too, also. Yeah, you're definitely not wrong. Fear was definitely not a bad title. But scary games, please come back. Don't give me some mid shit either. Make that shit brow scary. Because Resident Evil is not it. It's not it. But you guys have a great night. We will be back on Wednesday, hopefully around this time again, and it's going to be lit.
Facts.
And also, you guys have a good night.
Like, subscribe, share.